Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Night Shift Let's Talk Gaming. I am CMoney, and I'm joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Now, obviously, it's Friday motherfucking night. That means we are not alone. No, we are not. That's right. We got the homies with us, and we are going to have one hell of a time. You see him right there. You see him right there. He's on the screen. That's right. Without glasses today. That's right. It's the PSP himself, the Pony Slaying Papa.
Woo!
Demo Flow Gaming. Welcome, Bucky. Thank you for being here, bro.
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Another day, another dollar, like we always said. Happy Friday. We're so happy to be here talking games for you guys. Shout out to chat. Shout out to the whole panel. To you guys. Man, it's just an amazing feeling to be here talking games with y'all. And
to not be a pony.
Yeah,
amazing feeling.
I'm so glad that I only have 2 legs, and I don't have a tail. So I mean, I'm super excited, super pumped. It's been an amazing week for us here, and we just can't wait to talk about it and get into it, man. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Of course, brother. Of course.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely. And then, of course, fresh from PAX East 2025.
Yeah.
That's right. You know him well. He is the wise one, the author, the patriot, the pony slayer, the pony bontier maker. It's our boy, Hargeet and me. Welcome, dude. Thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah, so this image is going to be very interesting today, isn't it? This has been an L Station week. Holy crap.
Beautiful. It's glorious, yo. It's glorious. I can't even.
How did this happen, see?
Because
my goodness,
the Xbox gods have blessed us. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Throw some blessings on these bitches.
Oh, some blessing on those bitches.
Come on.
Wow.
So been a good week, Hargeet. You've been good?
Yeah, otherwise good enough. Yeah, PAX East was pretty good. I put up some videos for that. So if you want to check those out, check them out. I found gummy bears. You guys saw that video?
Yeah, you find gummy bears?
Honestly, gummy bears will be lucky to be that game. You know what I'm saying?
Gummy bears will be lucky to make it out.
Oh my god!
So we'll see how that.
There's a game demo called Windswept. It's an indie game. It happened to have a little like lizard jumping around. I'm like, okay, this is gummy bears. I'm definitely gonna troll the hell out of this.
That's hilarious. No, it's lovely. Absolutely.
How
man, you can't make this shit up, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Hey, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Let's go, yo. Let's go. But before we get into any of this stuff, obviously it's Friday motherfucking night. We got to shout out all of our homies who are here in the building with us. And of course, everyone who supports us over on Patreon and YouTube memberships. You guys are the shit. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you all. Obviously, always remember that the show is brought to you by you. So we thank each and every one of y'all for your support. It means a lot to us. That being said, we do want to go ahead and shout out our elite members. That's right. It's our homie, Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Culture the Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch. And then we have our inner circle members. That's right. It's our homie, Big Migs Gaming and Pragmatic Eagle.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys so very much. Now, you know how we do here, man. We appreciate all the support 150%. But you guys right now, live in the building, being here, spending your weekend with us, starting it off right on that Friday night. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. That being said, clearly you cannot all be equal.
Comes the hammer.
It's not possible, okay? There are a few of you, a select few.
3 to be exact.
That are tonight's specials. That's right. You have risen above. And the question is, who is the best bot?
Oh,
that's right. Who is the best bot in the building? And we're going to do it the way we started doing it. Third to first, baby. Third to first. Who are the first 3 people in this building? We're going to let you know right now. Number 3. Not quite pretty enough, but definitely prettier than everybody else. It's our boy, Cage. Sure. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Number 3 in the building, man. Appreciate you, homie. Number 2 in the building.
Damn.
With such confidence
the most, right?
That he wrote it as a statement.
Ooh.
Now, technically, you are officially the first loser because you are second, but you're still better than everybody else.
Maybe that was the message.
Maybe
it was about.
But this is the message from our boy, number 2 in the building. Gil Lee Han.
Yo,
Gil is second. That's helps me out, so I can look at me. Well, all right, that's clear for me. But who?
Thank you,
Gil. Is
Gil.
number 1?
Yes.
Who?
Shout out.
Is the best spot?
Shout out to number 3 and 2.
Who
and
is
now?
Do you have a drum roll, Hargeet? No drum rolls. All right. Number 1.
Yes.
In the building. Officially. The best spot of the night. Music motherfucking 72 back to back.
Yeah.
Back.
Woo!
Back.
Damn. And another one.
Crowd goes wild. Oh, roses. See, you see I'm throwing.
Yes.
Are you catching on music? Listen, these are not cheap. Don't let that shit fall. All right. Good job, man. Those are the specials of the night. I got to update. Oh, I did update it already. Look at it. But I didn't do them all. What the? God damn it. I thought I did it. I was like, yo, let me pre-do it. And I just stopped that too. God damn it, Cage. This is your fault. I blame you for being number 3. Cage. El Vampiro Borracho. Bam. Dunzo. Updated. Here we are. Look at that. It works. You're there. Oh, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, we will start off with our homie Cage. El Vampiro Borracho with that $2 super chat.
Yo, Cage was good.
C Mustard gets Doom coaching tips from J Tech. Wow. Why? What?
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow. All right. Well, that's an opinion right there.
That is quite the opinion.
Yes.
Quite the opinion.
I have a message for you, C.
For me?
Yes.
Why?
Music 72 wants you to know that I catch your roses in my teeth.
Wow.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That is poetic.
That's beautiful. It's poetic, actually. Yeah, that's 100% the way I would phrase that. That's poetic.
Exactly the way he wanted you to catch.
I was hoping he would. I was hoping he would.
That was those were a lot of roses, though. So
I mean, you got a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? my dude, Karma God 91. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says C Sippy Cup. Wow.
Oh,
Dark
wow.
Doodle.
Yo, what's up,
Demo
love?
Uno. And Har No Greets. The 4 Horsemen.
Nice.
Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Appreciate you, fam.
Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
so much. Actually, let me go ahead and update this banner real quick before, again, I just decide that I don't remember anything and I don't do it. We got to get our boy Cage, first super chat of the night. Bam, put him there. Bam. Look at that. That hit a little 2-piece right there. Doo-doo. Beautiful. Okay. And then we got Karma God. Biggest super chat of the night so far. We got our boy Karma God. Look at that. 91.
You're so fast, babe.
I'm fucking lightning.
Killing it. He's just
thunder and the lightning, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's fucking go. Okay, bam. Updated.
Let's
Never have
go.
to remember it again because I done did it.
Yes.
We got our boy Gilly Han.
Gilly, what's up?
Look at that. So number 3 did a super chat. Number 2 just did a super chat. Oh boy, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. With the $2 super chat says, demo can now see ponies are downgraded to donkeys. Oh shit. Damn. Well, this is the beauty now. See?
That's where they're at.
Now you can see clearly, demo. All this time you were blinded by the glasses. Now you can see.
It's clear as day.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at the pony behind her gate. Goddamn. Look at the tears. This is beautiful. Man, you can appreciate that for sure. And then number 1.
Let's go.
In the building. Music 72.
Music.
Member for 7 motherfucking
Thank you so
months.
much.
My dude. Thank you, my
That's
brother.
what's up. Thank you.
Says,
The best spot.
The best bot of the night. That every time. Oh, that's what we do. Every time we refer to him, we refer to him as the best bot.
For the whole show.
For the night,
Yes.
for the whole show. For the whole show. Says Dark Doodle on point.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, last night
Well,
was wild. Last night was wild. Dark Doodle came out to play, and let's just say she did not disappoint. Her fans were very, very
Dr.
pleased.
wasn't trying to play. Listen, things got dark.
They did.
Real quick.
They did real quick. It was lights out for sure.
Did you fall off your seat, babe?
What do you mean? No, I was just there was a message that I had to show, but
he's
somebody
safe,
rated it.
guys. They worry about
Nobody
you,
thought I
babe.
fell on my seat.
They worry about you.
We got Karma back in the building.
They ask me all the time, is he buckled? I'm like, yeah.
Am I
guys,
buckled?
He's good.
God damn it.
He's
This
not
is
gonna
abuse.
slip off.
Spousal abuse. Live in 4K. Okay, they got it. All right, they got you, Doodle. All right, keep mocking me for my height. Okay, I'm tall, but you want me to be small. This is what's happening.
No, you're good. I just don't want you to fall, babe. You can get hurt.
God damn it.
Because we stacked the, the cushions.
Cushions.
Yes.
So not just a cushion, but more than one cushion.
Stacked.
Got it.
So you can reach your mic.
If I could reach. God damn it. Son of a shit. Karma God, one back with another $5 super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Says Mooch said Redfall failure was Xbox fault, but Doom the Dark Ages being successful was all Bethesda. Ponies deserve nothing from Xbox.
Yep.
Listen, this is the thing to remember. They're not getting anything.
Xbox is just taking from them.
Xbox is taking. That's 100% what it is.
Draining these scallopers.
Just slicing open just enough space and then just draining as much as humanly possible.
Some may call it milking. Yes. Yes.
We did learn here that
would
you can
be
milk anything
the proper term. And not you guys in a good way. As Farrell would say.
But yes, this is their rationale, right? They can say whatever they want, man. This is the world that they live in now. They don't know what to do now. They're so lost. They're so upset at their own people. I mean, that's one of the topics we're going to talk about later.
Oh, no. Pony on pony crime.
Pony on pony
I didn't sign up
They're
for this.
mad. They're mad at PlayStation. They're so sick of their bullshit. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see.
It's funny because it sounds like they just found out the shit that's been happening for years. Like, how could they have seen this moment coming?
You know what? This is funny because there's a whole bunch of shit that happens that they kind of like turn a blind eye to.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing that happens. Anytime something happens that Xbox people can use against them and mock them for, that's when they get mad. Like, that's when they get real angry. So this whole thing with Jade Raymond, game getting shut down, all this other stuff, like that shit is nightmare fuel to them right now.
Messing with them.
Oh, yeah.
This is, I think, when they don't know what to pivot to is the problem. They are running out of excuses and they're getting cornered. And when people get cornered, they act crazy, right?
Facts. Facts. Agreed.
This is going to be good, you guys. And this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Of the downfall of the Gallopers.
We love it so much.
This is how they turn into froggers.
Into little froggers. We do have our homie Dark Angelic. Oh, boy.
Dark was good.
Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that. Super Chat says they hate us because they ain't us.
That's right.
Facts.
Damn Gallopers.
They not like us. They Drake. You know what I'm saying? Just remember that. Anytime you hear them talking, just imagine a Drake song playing behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Anytime you read it, anything they say, just think about Drake. Then it'll make everything, it'll go back into focus, you know?
Remember when he started dancing on his, and he looked like he was polishing his shoe?
Yeah. It was a good time.
That was
I do see the homie Jesse B in the building. Look at this message. I love this shit right here. You ready?
How we doing, Jesse?
Ready for this one.
Let's go.
That's the fuck I'm talking about.
That's a new profile pic.
Is it?
Right? I feel like it is. I feel like it's new.
Listen, sometimes old things can be new. You know what I'm saying?
Is that planet Earth or Uranus?
What the? Wow.
That's the Gallopers, ain't it?
Wow. Okay. We took a left turn. I didn't even finish my drink.
We're Demo, we're just starting to get over the finger blasting from last week.
Man, this is the way you start a show. Music 72 lets everybody know that his milkshake brings all the boys.
Oh, okay. So, well, listen, Music, have fun.
Facts. You got Malcolm X-Lax in the building.
Malcolm
he blames the damn Wi-Fi for not letting him become first.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? It says rigged. It wouldn't let me comment to say it. I see Becca in the building. What's up, homie? Michelle Alexandria, what is going on, fam? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Michelle,
oh, man. Well, Sir Riffs a lot in the building.
Yo, Sir Riffs a lot. That's the homie.
Dion Landon says, am I first? I don't think so, buddy. But thank you for being here, man. Meet the cheater. What's going on, man?
Yo.
Ren in the building.
Ren, what's good?
Man, this is real fun. He says, bro, it's blatant copy and paste too. You can't even argue its inspiration. So disgusting. Yo, when we get into this topic, it's a fucking mockery. It's a mockery. Because this is such a big thing, I don't even want to tiptoe around this shit. I just want to plow through because once we get into it, we got to get into it because there's some real crazy shit.
Let's go.
Like, it's real wild. Like, I can't even.
I
can't even understand, bro. I can't even understand.
I can't wait to hear.
Ender Lord Joe in the building. What's up, fam? Good? Appreciate you. Mr. Kima in the building. What is going on, homie? Thank you so much. User for Games. What's up, player? Jonas the motherfucking dead.
Ooh.
What is going on? Zach Riley in the building. At least he says first, before the show started, as opposed to, 3 hours into the show like he did last night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes more sense.
He's always first, Right, Zach?
Bell there. Bell's there in the building says, Fair Games should change the name to Mid Games because mid is the future of PlayStation first party. No more AAA bangers, just AA mid games.
If
that's the real, right? If that is, they'll be lucky. I see Verg Base Brizzle
Yo,
in the
Berg.
building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you. Lauren, homie.
Yo, Loren.
Thank you for rocking out with us, man.
Thank you for being happy Friday.
Iron Nation in the building. What's going on, homie?
Let's go.
E Ranks in the building. What's going on, my player? Madman, what's up, homie?
Man.
Gun
My
Griffin
baby.
in the building. What's going on, my dude? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Did I read these? I think I did read those. Yep. That's beautiful. General Spartan 27.
Yo.
Oh, damn. Look at this. Says this will be the last time I'm here live until September because I start working Saturdays starting next week.
Oh.
Damn. Sucks, bro. Sorry to hear. Well,
that's a good thing, right?
I mean, if this is more money for you, then that's a beautiful thing. But, you know,
listen,
we're going to miss you here. But,
we're going to miss you for sure.
You know,
but you got to do your thing.
We'll be there with you in spirit as you watch the replay. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. Razor Ultron in the building. What's up, my dude? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Be Nice in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Being here, Space Shot. What is going on, my brother? Appreciate you rocking out with us on this beautiful Friday night. Mick Fig in the building. What's going on, man? Mac City Entertainment. What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Space Shot says the thing that I got out of the Switch specs was more that the CPU wasn't as much of an upgrade as I expected. Oh yeah, we have the official Switch specs. Hopefully we'll be able to get to it. Definitely want to talk about that. I guess we're cementing ourselves in last generation gaming for sure. But that's cool. It's all right. Mr. Glass in the building. What's up,
Mr. Glass?
Thank you for rocking out with us. I do see we got the homie Karma God in the building. Back with a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Says PlayStation Studios tired of digging them live service holes. Herman, like, that's too damn bad. If you watch holes, you'll get the reference. I didn't, but I think I get the idea of what's happening here. Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine at a certain point, like, I know, I mean, I guess they were working on it already or whatever, but I could just imagine, extrapolate what we saw from the, I don't know if you guys watched the marathon, live stream they did, but man, did they look like death was upon them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look like they were sitting at door's death waiting to get let in. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I say? Death's door. Like, Death's door. Sitting at Death's door. I said Door's death.
Put me out of my misery.
Just ended now. And
man, that was brutal.
Yeah. That was real bad. And just like seeing the comments, like, that guy was trying to read like questions and shit. He had to skip all the crazy shit that was being said.
That's wild.
Oh man, it's really funny.
I actually have, if you want to get into it, I had the breakdown. I had the
that's that clip you put there, right?
Yep, that's that clip right there.
Let's go.
Yeah. We're gonna get into it in 2 seconds. Just wanna finish saying my hellos and then we'll get going. Of course, we have Harry Ballsack. Can't be
wow.
Can't start the show without Harry Ballsack in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I'm just saying, like, that's did I say Fillmore Pockets? I think I said Fillmore Pockets. Good building, man. Thank you for being here, my brother. Appreciate you. Fossil 924. What's up, man? Why you are in the building, my brother.
What's up, fam?
Thank you for being here.
What's good?
Appreciate you, bro. Arnie in the building. Thank you for rocking out with us, fam. Much love. Appreciate you. Abacav 72. What's going on, homie? Oh man. Night of Cypher. My dude, appreciate you rocking out. Il Ray Tito, what's going on? These are the facts, yo. PlayStation, well, actually, I thought it was a statement. It turned more into a question. Has PlayStation lost their soul?
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's what this is the reality is they're basically the Walking Dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're functioning, but as a first party platform holder, I mean, is there a pulse? I don't think we see one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real bad out in these streets right now for them.
It's the in-between right now, They don't really have a pulse, but they won't let go. So.
Oh no!
You got our boy Dan Lazaro in the building.
What's good?
Thank you, my brother, for being here, man.
Thank you for
the
rocking
super chat. Says nothing says lazy and or uninspired like stealing art assets or naming your game fair games. We said it all before, but PlayStation Studios is passionless
and pointless.
All the P's. All
the less. So
this is the thing. Dan Lazaro's been saying this shit every time we talked about it on PlayStation, from Concord's art design, the controller design.
Yes, I was going to say, not just the
all
games.
All of it. Everything.
Controllers.
Soup to nuts. Everything. 100%. They've been lazy, uninspired. There's nothing exciting coming out of that platform. It's crazy. But it does give us a lot that we could point and laugh about. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like mocking and being a bully. It's fun. You know, we got to kick them while they're down, you know.
How else are they got to realize where they're at?
Listen, we weren't born bullies. We were turned into bullies. You know what I'm saying? It's the way. It's just the reality of what it is. We got the homie Knight of Cypher in the building. What, $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Nintendo steals rights. Sony steals art. Microsoft steals mind share. Oh, shit.
I like that. Like that.
Chitty chitty bang bang right there, bro.
Seriously.
That's fire. That's a beautiful thing. Nothing but the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? No need to exaggerate. No need to make shit up. Just straight up truth bombs in the building. Yeah. And they hurt because it's true. And that, my friend, is the real beauty of what's happening. And I love it so very much. I see the mechanic in the building.
Oh, what's up?
Thank you for
what's up, the mechanic? How are we doing tonight?
Oh, he said, I used to be working at this time, but switched to an earlier shift.
Oh,
nice. Mechanics back in business.
Yes. Friday blessings. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Bounty in the building.
Bunty, what's up?
Going on, man?
What's up, love? Thank you for being here.
Adaptation newscast was going on, players. Did I say Cerberus a lot? I feel like I said Cerberus a lot.
Say it again.
Appreciate you, homie. The real OG. What's up, man? He says, got me thinking, what game Sony gonna money hat next? Hashtag Sony got no games.
Sony got no games.
I really feel like
does it even make sense to go ahead and do that?
Nobody even wants to do it with them outside of like these.
It would have to be an indie, right? And because like they wouldn't have the money. That's really it. Anything substantial, they're gonna be like, just like, well, I don't know if it's a topic, but just like Arrowhead said.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it yesterday, but we could definitely revisit. Yeah, they were like, "Nah, I'm good. We got cash. We ain't broke bitches no more."
Yeah.
I mean,
and let's not forget, like, this is not the first time it happens. It's happened in different ways. You know, devs don't want to go ahead and lock down and have the game just on their platform. Like, they're running out of, ways to try to make deals with people. So we'll see. They have to find a real desperate bunch.
Bro, they're going to every other part of the world. That's they go to China. They're like, all right, guys, listen, we got some money. Let's get your games over here.
These are dollars, guys. How many do you want?
We're gonna see them from Antarctica. We got this Antarctica hero project. We're gonna bring the talented folks from Antarctica over here to our stage on PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Oh man. It's wild. It's crazy times. We got our homie Bungie in the motherfucking building with that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, fam. Says Wagwan, Xbox family. I'm about to go to the drive-in with the kids.
Yes.
We'll check this out tomorrow. Enough respect. Give me a good laugh. Hashtag no PS6. Bow, bow, bow. Thanks, bro.
Thank you so much, Bungie. Have fun. Have an awesome night.
Enjoy
with
the drive-in,
kiddos. Man. Yes.
Enjoy the drive-in.
That's
man, drive-ins could be real fun. Or it could be real shitty if it's like, if you don't have like a comfortable car. You know what I'm saying?
I heard.
Like I don't feel like you do that unless like you
have a comfortable car.
Yeah.
One thing about driving is though, that's the best place ever for finger blasting.
All right, he running back. Let's go.
Yo, I wasn't ready. I don't know why I wasn't ready, but I wasn't ready.
Come on. Everybody done a little bit of that, a little bit there. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
And the drive-in, you know.
Yo, I was not ready.
Let's talk about Blockbuster. Get you some popcorn.
God damn. That was greasy. Fucking.
Get all greasy.
Wow. Wow. That's real wild.
How you had to go to watch his soul after being here with us.
He was like, I was just driving. How did Demo know?
How do you think I know? Huh?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Man.
I mean,
little Demo's probably made it driving, apparently. Demo be getting it in at the drive-in, yo. He fucking around.
I mean, last time I checked, you don't make babies with that, but anyways, whatever new drunk
one step leads to the another. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever new drunk want to put in his story.
Finger blasting and nutsack drainage. That's not how you make the babies, babe. That's not how you do it.
I mean, I think.
Listen, I don't know how. I mean, I made 6 of them, but I don't know how.
Don't be acting dumb in here. You got 5.
¿Cómo? Oh God!
Hey, como hiciste baby. Wait, hicimos a mano hicimos baby.
Just take it one finger at a time. Wait, what?
See, I knew his soul is corrupted.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, wildin'. It's Friday. It's Friday.
The homie Carmen guy in the building with that $5, which I appreciate your friend, says dropped off 6 Xboxes today and asked them why Xbox. 5 of 6 told me because of Game Pass, while the one said he wanted one before tariffs hit. Xbox is king. Oh shit. Damn. That is dope, bro.
Sweet.
God damn. I mean, it's honestly, it's true, bro. Like, I don't care. These people, it's so wild that they want to try to downplay Game Pass. Like it's not the greatest fucking thing ever to happen to gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, go fuck yourselves, clowns. You know what I'm saying?
I love that you asked them. That was dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't pass up on Game Pass. It's the best deal in gaming. If you're looking to play games, whether for you, the family, like that's the sweet spot. That's how you do it.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. And he's back with another $5 chat. My dude, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Says, why haven't anyone made an anime Marvel Rivals clone? Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Punch Man, and Solo Leveling would do numbers. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
No.
Is that maybe the people who make Marvel Rivals should just make their own competitor, right? Has that ever happened where somebody made their own, like, a competing game to themselves?
I mean, it's probably a smart thing to do. That'd be pretty dope if, this one sounds good. Throw in Jujutsu Kaisen,
get that in there. Demon Slayer. Come on, man.
I will put that in there.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
My Hero.
Bleach.
There's a lot, man. Bleach.
That'd be pretty dope.
I think that works, man.
I think there's a lot of licenses involved, and that's why it would be hard for it to happen.
Yeah.
True, but that's why you have to get somebody like I guess Sony.
Like Sony would be the one to do this, but with like how and with what wallet?
Well, I mean, that's the problem. They're the only ones that have access to a lot of these animes.
Actually,
right?
they own Crunchyroll, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be easier for them to make it.
Maybe Crunchyroll games. You know what I'm saying? They could turn that into a game dev.
They could do like a Crunchyroll game in which they put together the anime franchises. That'll be good.
Facts. Well, listen, I really don't think we're going to see anything exciting from them, so I don't think this would be on their list for sure. I do see the homie hitting field goals blunted. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Amit Kumar in the building. What's up, player?
Amit, what's good?
Anthony Chipmunk. What's up, man? Thank you for rocking out.
Anthony.
And then Jack Off. You know, we got to round it out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Were you going to say something, baby?
No, Arnie. Arnie says that Scarlett Johansson won't go out with me, and he blames the Series S.
I mean, the Series S would be the reason.
I figure everyone should know that that's the reason.
I think
why.
So. I see the whole big boy Mike in the building.
Yo, bro, what's good?
Here, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right. Let's get cracking. Let's
go.
Because we got some things.
We got some things to talk about.
Things. Oi. Oh,
baby. Getting old.
Damn. Sound effects they all went all together. Right there. All right. What am I talking about? What is this? Nice. Okay.
You got it.
All right. Chapters in the building. Building chapters.
Woo. That's a hit right there.
All right. Hold on. Where am I? Let's get this. What's this? Yes. Man, there's like, I don't even know where to start. I have like a billion. You know what? I'm going to get this. Like, I'm going to get it started with here. And then Demo got a video. We can watch that. And then
let's go.
We got like a billion different articles where people are just going deeper and deeper. It's like they have a personal vendetta now. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the source, the actual source. That's where we're going to go. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't do anything.
Hold on. Cage, El Vampiro Borracho, says that CMoney's singing voice is the Series S fault.
Wow,
Cage.
Wow.
# justice for CMoney.
Thank you.
That's wild, Cage.
Thank you, Doodle. Thank you, my love.
He has the voice of an angel.
Thank you. Finally.
Yes.
Somebody said it. Jesus. Karma got 91 with that $5 super. I appreciate you, fam. Says it's thunderstorming and my lights are flickering.
Oh.
Damn it. It's the Series S fault. Damn you, Xbox. That's real wild.
I love a thunderstorm.
Listen, they do want to blame the Series S. But now they're going to have to blame the Switch 2. That's right, homie. The Switch 2 will be the only thing holding anything back going on forward. But that's for a later topic. Right now, I do have this cooked up and ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
What? No, fuck you, Meet the Cheater. No, don't click it. No.
Wow.
No.
# for justice.
No.
I want to see it. There has to be balance in the stream, CMoney. You can always be a bully.
No.
That's right, Demo. That's right.
How
I'm just
dare
saying.
You? How?
Damn. That was funny. That was good.
He said my Series S8 CMoney's hairline. What an ass bitch. What an ass bitch for sure. Definitely ass bitch.
That's not what happened, babe, right? Huh?
What do you mean? Nothing happened.
No, that's not what happened, babe, is what I meant. That wasn't a question.
Kumar says, doesn't the Series S have hairline boost? Fuck you guys, yo. Fuck you guys, yo. Karma God, my dude, with that $5, I appreciate you, fam. Says, my fiance declined my proposal for marriage. Damn it, it's the Series S fault, Xbox. Why? Yo, that's wild.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, wildin'.
Y'all are wildin'. All right. Let me get this here. All right, chapter 1.
Yes.
We knew that PlayStation was down bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that Bungie was the worst investment that they ever made in the history of mankind. And we knew that Marathon was going to be trash. And then we saw Marathon, and it just confirmed what we knew.
That it was
going to be trash. Mm-hmm. And that, number one, it looked boring as fuck. And number two, it looked like trash. But this is the thing. Bungie is so talentless at this point that they couldn't even make the game look bad on their own. They had to go ahead and steal all the art assets from this poor little guy or girl. I think it's a lady.
Wow.
Who's been making art for years. And we're going to read their whole life story in like 3 tweets. Okay.
Wow.
But they went ahead and they just took the entire art aesthetic, the whole entire art style, and didn't copy like, oh, just I like art. This look. Yeah. We're inspired by it. No, these motherfuckers copy and pasted.
That's wild.
Like literally shot for shot. Crazy. Marathon has officially admitted to stealing.
No.
Stealing
what?
These assets. Yes. We're going to get to their statement. Yeah. Bungie has officially come out and admitted it. And they did it on, there's 3 different social accounts. There's Bungie, which is huge. There's Marathon, which is big, but not the biggest. And then there's Marathon Dev Social, which is the smallest social they have. And that's where they announced that they admitted that they stole, and they're blaming, they're blaming somebody who doesn't work there no more. Again, don't worry, we're going to get to that. But this is the source of it all, right? So this here is N2. Says the Marathon Alpha released recently, and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017.
Damn.
2017. Look at this poster design right here. Okay, you see that white poster design?
Yep.
That's theirs. Look at on the left. Look at 3 different places. Bam, 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 where they literally just copy and pasted.
Yo, okay, work. I see it. Okay.
You see, they put 3 lines. You see it?
Yeah.
They literally took it and just copy and paste it from there to there. Done.
That's wild.
Crazy. Look
next?
At this one. Look at these upside down bees. Look at them. They're just there. Look at this other thing on the bottom. Those little boxes of shit for no reason. Look at them. They just copy and pasted it. Look at it. They just put like blatantly did it, dude. Blatantly. Look at this. And look at this. Look at what they made. Look, just copied right into the game. Look at it. How can you be so shitty at your job that
you can't even change like the letters or the shape? Like what are we doing? Like, it's not lazy though. Like, cause you can be inspired by something that you see and kind of make it your own, right? But to just feel, and not just, also how arrogant can you possibly be to think that you can steal someone's work and no one's going to talk about it, or no one's going to find out, or no one's going to believe them if they move forward with it and speak their truth, right? That's crazy.
That's really insane.
Wow.
Like, that is just the stupidest shit that I've ever seen, right? So they continue and said, Bungie is, of course, not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade. But clearly, my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Look at that shit, bro. I don't have the resources nor the energy to spare to pursue this legally, but I have lost count of the number of times a major company has deemed it easier to pay a designer to imitate or steal my work than to write me an email. In 10 years, I have never made a consistent income from this work, and I am tired of designers from huge companies mood boarding and parasitizing. I can only imagine that's the way that worked. Parasitizing my designs while I struggle to make a living.
That's wild. So disrespectful.
That's really wild. Like, I cannot even understand how they can have the balls to go ahead and just blatantly steal. And like, dude, like, let's not pretend like we were sitting here bigging up how amazing this shit looked.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
So, but
so
that's
it's like, you're gonna
the
steal.
thing. Like, if you're gonna steal, like, you got
it bad.
You got to do it right. And I mean, again, they didn't even feel like changing much. Like, I don't know, man. This could have been easily covered up. But I understand the perspective. Like, the problem is that this game is not going to make a damn thing. So, I guess suing them, maybe. But
oh yeah,
if you're broke to begin with, going in with lawyer fees and everything, like, you're just going to get yourself into a deeper hole.
So I do want to actually go ahead and get my I have the statement from Bungie themselves on this. So we're going to go into that. Before we do, I do want to go over to our homies over here. Carmen God 91 with that. Appreciate you, fam.
Thank
Says
you
Doodle,
so much.
Yesterday's episode where you went off on a pony got me some extras in the bed with my girl.
Oh,
thank God for women who empower themselves.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Let's
go. That's what I'm talking about. You're welcome.
Yes.
That's right.
Get some.
That's what I'm talking about.
Woo.
The homie Dan Lazaro,
I love that.
Chat. Appreciate the fam. Says,
thank you.
You know the game is doomed if the color scheme is gray and puke green. Bungie stole our asses multiple times, by the way. Oh, we're gonna expose all that shit. Other people have done it.
Here we go.
But Dan, you ain't lying, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you, homie. So before, like, I don't know how you guys want to do this. Are you guys capable of just giving your bars on just this, and then as we go along, give more bars on new things that we talk about? Or do you want me to just show a bunch of stuff and then do your bars?
Yeah, let's take a little bit at a time, right? Because then we can
a little bit at a time. Okay, so just this right here, the fact that this guy, clearly they're just literally lifting it off, not even making attempts to change shit, just do it. I mean, what do you guys think about this shit, man?
Who do you want to go first? Demo?
I guess I'll go first. Yes, since I'm here. Well, I just want to say something really simple. Just because somebody's small doesn't mean that their work is any less, right? I think that they should have respected these artists, and if you feel like this is the art style that could work with the game, like, you should just go ahead and, you know, just give them a call, be like, hey, look, would you like to work with us? You avoid a bunch of stuff by just going ahead and, you know, talking to the person and asking them, like, hey, can I use this? Like, sometimes I pick up memes on you know, on X, and I ask the people who made it, like, oh, can I use this? Can I use it? Whatever. And it's like somebody who, even if I put it in there and I didn't make it, they won't get mad or nothing, because it's not on the level that I'm monetizing as heavily on this stuff, you know. But even then, you gotta, like, you know, show respect and be like, hey, this is not mine, right? And, you know, just give props to the people who made it. Give a shout out, right? That's the least that you can do. And in this case, we're dealing with a, you know, with a multi-millionaire company, which is, you know, Bungie, and also a company with renown. So I mean, just them doing this is really, really, really scummy. And it's only bringing back reputation to a game that already is, like, you know, pretty much in the dirt. So yeah, this is a scandal. That's no other way to put it. This is a scandal, and it's not only on Bungie; it's on PlayStation too. Like, you know, the same way that Redfall was on Xbox, this is on PlayStation right now. This is what's going on PlayStation. They haven't had a good week, and more shit keep on coming out. This is a bad situation. Honestly, after we watch the video, you see, and I do believe that, you know, this was probably, I don't know what to believe anymore, to be honest. I don't know if the guy who's the art director, you know, had anything to do with this, but he looked pretty pissed off today on stream. Like, I don't know if you guys watch it. He looked pretty pissed off. Everybody was commenting like, oh my God, what's going on with this dude face? It was so pissed off. While the other dude, what Joe Sigler, he was smiling to the camera, and he was like, "Bro, like we ain't smiling. This is some serious shit. I'm here. I've been put on blast, and I'm uncomfortable at the moment." His face was red. You could tell, like, and I do feel bad because it might not have been his fault. It's just the art director. He said, give me some stickers for the wall, something cool. And then, oh, check it. I use these stickers. Yeah. Okay, fuck it. It goes with the game. You know, whatever. But that's not the point. If you dig further down, you start realizing that there's more issues in there. But anyways, all in all, I believe this is a mess. And Bungie got to do something about this. I mean, there's no other way around it. They had to like contact her because this person was humble enough, because this was like, yeah, I'm not trying to sue, I'm not trying to do nothing, but it's just a mess, right? Like, this is not cool. And he wasn't trying to, like, you know, give money or nothing like that out of these posts. It's just like want to be validated for the work he put on and his work being put in the game. Like, you wanted to
I think it's a lady, right? But yeah.
It's a lady. Woman, I think so. Yeah. But anyways, that's just what I think. When we go further down, I'll continue to drop some more bars. But for now, I'm going to drop the bars. I
have to say, like, she's been doing this for 10 years without making much. Like, maybe just the recognition and a little money. Like, maybe they didn't need it to even go that heavy. But like, you have to go ahead and approach the artist, and like, this is wrong in so many levels, because this is not something I understand at this level that they make a lot of money, but there are a lot of struggling artists out there that don't ever. Sometimes they never make the money that they deserve, and they do it for the love of the art. And to have people kind of come in and say, well, you know what, I'm just going to take what you did and hope that you don't see it. That's crazy. Yep. Wow.
All right. Yep. So my first thought was, this is some lazy graphics person going into AI saying, give me something that looks blah. And AI was notorious for the last few years of not doing anything about attribution, right? It would just lift shit and just give it to you. And it's like, that's kind of illegal. You can't just do that. Second, for this lady, you can absolutely sue. I'm sure you can find a lawyer. This is a fucking 110 billion, 20, whatever, $1 billion company. I'm sure there's a lawyer out there saying, I will do this for free, and until you get paid, I'll take the money from that. So I'm sure there's a lawyer out there that can work with you and sue their asses. So there's no reason why you shouldn't go after them. Now, I don't know if Marathon's going to make any money. Who gives a shit? It's you know, they stole the freaking art. That's just the way it is. So sue them. Just sue them. There's no reason not to sue them. There is absolutely no reason why. Dude, freaking YouTube will like find one little like stupid little like audio clip and say, oh, that's copyright. You can't. Like, give me a freaking break. No. Yep. There's no reason you can't go after these people. They blatantly stole this shit. It's blatant. So yeah, go. Just fucking sue them. Yeah. Get your payday.
Make them pay. Don't let them come and like offer you crumbs to shut you up and settle, you know?
There's plenty of lawyers that would be happy to take on a multi-hundred billion, whatever it is, multi-billion-dollar corporation to sue them for something that's a blatant freaking illegal violation. Go for it. There's no reason not to. So do it. Yeah, it's sad. This is not the first time. This has happened multiple times, which I guess we'll get into later. And yeah, you kind of feel bad for this artist, but look, this is where you just got to be like kind of on your thing and say, yes, you can call them out in social media. Pick up a fucking phone, go find a lawyer and get their asses sued. Fucking file a suit. Just don't freaking sit on this. File a suit. They blatantly freaking did this. Go ahead and sue them and get your money. There's just no reason. You'll win. You'll easily win. So.
This is a very vulnerable approach, right? That she took, and she exposed her situation, which, you know, they might try to tempt her.
They'll settle. They'll absolutely settle. You'll get a big enough sum to cover your freaking, you know, your art. Just absolutely sue. There's no reason not to.
Agreed. Fuck that. Yeah, it's so stupid. I can't believe they did this shit. But let's continue. All right. Now you have the Marathon dev team. Okay, so this is a small
post.
No, small channel, like the small social, okay. Like it's 10.9K. They have Bungie has over 1 million. Marathon the game has like 100,000 people following it. This is the smallest one, 10.9K, and this is where they did the actual talk over here. So it says wait, what's going on over here? Okay. All right, good. Says we immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of art decals in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist,
of course,
included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in game. Okay. This issue was unknown by our existing art team, and we are still reviewing how this oversight occurred. We take matters like this very seriously. We have reached out to the person, the lady, to discuss this issue and are committed to do right by the artists. Ask for $100 million. As a matter of policy, we do not use the work of artists without their permission. To prevent similar issues in the future, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets, specifically those done by the former Bungie artists, and implementing stricter checks to document all artist contributions. We value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we are committed to doing right by them. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Fam.
So they're trying to like shift blame.
Yeah, it's
right?
somebody else.
This is
Nobody
and
there.
that no longer works there, and it was just mixed in, and they end up grabbing the freaking the art to go ahead and use. But this is like when you have when you purchase something and you buy the warranty and it breaks and you call the place and they're like, well, no, you got to talk to them. This is the number you got to call. And then over there, they tell you, no, this is where you call. And they give you the runaround. And it's like, you took my money when I bought it, right? But now no one wants to fess up and answer for it. And I think this is what they're trying to do. The fact that they already contacted her, it's again, based on her message, I hope she didn't take any type of deal or it's going to, because the way that they're phrasing it, they're trying to wiggle themselves out of this situation. In my opinion, they had a meeting and said, hey guys, we can no longer go around stealing art. So let's ease up on that for a while.
Facts.
The idea that they can't even steal something that it's worth having in a game. Like if we were all dumbfounded and like, wow, yo, that looks amazing. That's mind blowing. And then you find out they stole it. You're like, all right, well, that checks out. It's PlayStation. Obviously they couldn't do this, right? But we were just like, not impressed in any way. And it's not even theirs. Like they can't even come up with these types of ideas to put together. That's sad.
Dude, you know, it's not even just the art. She has like music too.
Oh, that too?
Yeah. It's the music as well.
Wow.
They took the music and used it in the game, or at least the really heavy inspiration from it. But it seems like they literally just went ahead and just try to take everything from this person. So I'm trying to find
hold on, the music too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
That's
from her?
From her. Yep.
And I thought, like, did the artist like follow the person on social media too, or something like that?
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to find.
They all follow
has to be some sort of like nefarious bullshit. It's got to be like either they were like, okay, I'm just gonna put staging stuff together and we're gonna replace it eventually, and they just never replaced it eventually, or this is just blatant stupidity. Like, how do you not like whatever?
Yeah, no, that's real wild. I'm trying to see because they do, in fact, I thought there was a post. Okay, so over here.
Be nice as hey chingao. El música también.
Yeah,
La música también. Se robaron todo.
Dude, so hold on. Look at this is hold on, wait. So this is Windows Central. Just put some of the stuff together. So over here, he says, notably, this is far from the first time that Bungie has been in a scandal like this. Last year, Bungie admitted a fan's personal artwork was used in the creation of a Nerf gun. And in 2023, it promised to compensate another artist after a piece of art almost identical to theirs appeared in a cutscene. And before that, in 2021, a trailer for the Witch Queen DLC was found to contain a direct rip of fan art of the Hive Goddess Zivu Arath. Jesus Christ. The fact that this has now happened 4 times in 4 years is incredibly concerning, and there's clearly a major issue with how Bungie's art department handles watching for and dealing with plagiarism. So, to be clear, 4 different times that this happened. Was this all the same one guy that they promised they would go look back, or is it 4 different people?
It seems like 4 different people, and it doesn't seem like a mistake at this point. These are the ones we know about, right? Imagine how many did not come to light.
Facts.
So
like that people didn't catch.
Exactly. This is wild.
It says worse still is the fact that the latest case is arguably the most blatant example of art theft yet. Comparing anti-Real's designs to the visuals of Marathon, you can make a convincing argument that her style is essentially the foundation of the extraction shooter's graphic realism aesthetic. The game's art direction, one of the things people love most about it, seemingly originates almost entirely from stolen work. Anti-Real also went on to say that she's been followed by Marathon art director Joseph Cross. Isn't that the dude who's on the stream demo?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna get messy.
He got got.
It's gonna get messy.
He gonna be like, who's that? Who's that? I never heard.
You know what this calls for, right?
Expose. 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 Expose.
You are exposed.
You are fake news.
Expose. Expose.
Oh my God.
Bro, come on.
The kangaroo hop.
Bro, this is crazy. So, yes, went on to say she's been followed by Marathon art director Joseph Cross and a few others from Bungie for several years.
Damn.
And has never once received communication of any kind. Not a good look.
Yo,
to put things
this is
very lightly. Bro, they robbed her and thought that no one would fucking blink an eye.
That's what I'm saying. They
smart.
were watching and making sure that this was not going to come back and bite them in the ass. And look at what happened.
Wow.
And I love, like, when you see the ones that they've caught, it's kind of like they started off slowly, right? A freaking gun, this and that here, and now they're up to freaking music and actual just like levels.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Hey, started from the bottom, now we're here.
I love being proven right. Time and time again, we have said here on this channel that Bungie, PlayStation, all of them, creatively bankrupt, bro.
Yep.
Creatively bankrupt. And this is the epitome of proof that is exactly what they are.
That's wild.
They couldn't even come up with the color blue on their goddamn selves. Like on their own. They couldn't
come up with it. And I just know, like, they're all getting paid, but they're out here looking for people that they can victimize and go ahead and steal their freaking money. What they're trying to make something out of. Like, this is crazy. They figure she'll be excited to be followed by these people, and then she won't even realize that all her shit is gone or being used.
So
that's crazy.
So people are supporting her.
Good.
So people are supporting her on her Ko-fi, whatever it is, to try to help her fight this.
I hope Phil supports her and helps her fight this.
I don't think she's from the US.
She's from, it looks like the UK. And I don't know what the status is as far as, like, so here you would absolutely already have like 200 lawyers calling you, right?
Yeah.
They would absolutely be ready to file a suit and get going, right? Because this isn't going to take much. It's pretty obvious they failed. This wouldn't go to court. This would go settle out of court. It's probably going to be a letter that the freaking lawyer has to write. You screwed this person. Here's the evidence. You better get I'm asking for this much. They'll come to a table and say, we'll give you this much, and shut up and go away, right? That's all it would take for a lawyer. So I don't know what it does in the UK, though. I don't know how that works over there, which may be why she's complaining about the resources. But hopefully she can do something there. But good God, by the way, all of these incidents happened after a certain acquisition occurred. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, and maybe that's, we don't know the laws over there and how things work, so maybe that's why they picked someone from the UK specifically. We don't know, but maybe they did some background checking right before they got into this, and snatch her stuff up. Wow.
Man, that's real crazy, yo.
That's ballsy.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, they have a lot to lose. And again, you're making money while you're stealing other people's stuff. Like, that's because whether the game sells or not, they already got paid, right? They already have a job. They've been working on this game for however many years. So they've made their money.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know. We'll see what they do with this, right?
We'll see.
I mean, this is not small. Like, understand, like, this is not a small thing. Yeah, like, this is huge. Like, dude, this is, first of all, the game is being shit on by most people, right? People are not feeling this game, right? On top of that, this is what's happening, and every media outlet is covering this shit in a major way. This
As they should. This is a big deal.
All over the fucking place. And to think that this is going to be
So is this like the mainstream, or is this just a gaming media, you mean?
Well, I don't really follow any of the mainstream. So this is pretty much every piece of gaming media, but I mean, I would say Forbes is talking about it. Right. So obviously it's their gaming, division, but still the people who are looking to buy this game are seeing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a small thing, and look, if you look over here, this is the one. She says it didn't stop at her posters. They deliberately co-opted her design language and musical style.
Wow.
They stole her entire creative identity.
That's wild.
The one aspect of Marathon that everybody praised was its art direction, and that's exactly what they took from her.
So
they essentially took everything, and the art direction was what caught people's eye, and
Yeah, I would say a 7-figure settlement, dude. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Really?
How fast can we become lawyers to do this lawsuit?
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because this is a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would say, like, it'll be a blessing for Bungie if this was actually in the mainstream media and not what it is right now, which is in the eyes of everybody who is interested in this game. Because there was like 6,000 people watching this live, and that's literally how much people are interested in this game, and everybody was pissed off. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody was pissed off. So the people who watch this and who seen this are the people who are interested in this game, and the people who are saying right now, we are not supporting your game because this is, like, unacceptable. So, I mean, this is, like, once again, the bad reputation that they didn't need and that they're getting. This is crazy. And the one thing that is really calling my eye and is really making me wonder, like, what the hell is going on? Like, a name has to come out. Somebody has to respond to this, and somebody has to be, held accountable. It's because, like, somebody who's not working here anymore. Who? Like, tell us who. He's not working with you anymore, but this person stole the property of somebody else who did it. You don't need to go.
Yeah, you have plenty of people that don't work with you anymore.
It just happens so many times. You know what I'm saying? So it just, no matter how you cut it, it's not going to matter because it's like you can't blame one person for something that you've been doing consistently.
Exactly, because there's not one person. And the reason you bring up a good point, Demo, and the point is that they can't put it on one person because that person's going to come out and say, I didn't do that, right? And they're going to want to clear their name.
Probably did,
or Bungie writes them a fat check.
Yeah, take the hit, take the blame.
Fall on the blade and we'll pay you this amount. But I don't know, man. Even like, dude, it's all over the place. This dude, just random people, just going in saying it's her entire portfolio, man. The further back you go, the more it looks like new Marathon. Even the QR looking pixels start showing up on everything. This is so fucked.
It really is.
Look at this guy. So we're gonna act like this isn't the first time. Bungie really gonna act like we don't have receipts of them doing this to a point where it's not even a whoopsie. It's just outright becoming a consistent thing. Look at this. 2021, 23, 24. Bro.
You can't come out here and say this was a mistake when it's a continuous situation. It's happened multiple times. So
come on, man.
It's too blatant too. They took too much. They got too cocky.
Yep, look at this one. This guy says, what about the current Marathon employees in our team that literally follow the artists on this app? Your whole art team follows the artist, and that has been developing this art style for 10 plus years, and you didn't think to give them any attribution? This isn't an oopsie you can blame on a former employee. Your current employees follow this small artist with a niche style, and then you just coincidentally happen to launch an entire game theme after it. Not buying it.
Exactly.
Yo. Woo!
I love that.
That sounds like somebody's pissed up. Everybody.
This is not a mistake.
This is not, bro. This is not a mistake. This is fucking blatant fucking shit, dude.
Now imagine if this was Xbox in one of their games. And this came about, one of their games, the music, the art style, and everything was taken. Man.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. We have the homie Service Salah.
What's good? Thank you for rocking
was
out.
the quote unquote artist the guy that bought all those classic cars before his big payout? That's wild. That would be funny. The homie Dan Lazaro, the building that says the one character silhouette was Master Chief. Oh shit, that's real fucking wild. Demo, what's that? So what's that video? Is that something to just play? Is it like just good to go?
You're muted.
My bad. I know. Thanks. So basically, I went in there and I picked up the bits. They asked them the real tough questions. Like. They asked dude here, the art director, what was the inspiration for the art, and also
shit. Okay, so that's
in
here.
How long is the video?
Yeah, he's in here. So his apology, it starts with his apology, and then all the juicy stuff. But if you want to read his apology,
let's not spoil it.
I wish that they had an interview prior to this where they got into all this.
Yeah, where they answered
the aftermath and how the answers
changed. And by the way, the production value of our shows and any show that you see, any podcast, even PlayStation podcast and everything, is higher than this. This was like literally trash.
That's wild.
You see what I'm talking about.
All right. So real quick, before we do that, we got the homie down as all that too. Says PlayStation bought a $3 billion klepto. Yo, facts. That's real fucking real. Bitch can't stop stealing. Web Dave in the building, my dude. Thank you, brother, for being here. Thank you for that to the super chat. Digging the profile pic. That's real cool. Appreciate it. Says the pony pain is real. Sony has tons of L's. Talk that shit.
Yes.
Facts, bro.
Thank
bars
you.
Upon bars. And of course, we have our boy Dark and Jelly. That $2 super chat. Fan. Appreciate it. It says Xbox has Master Chief. Sony has Master Chief.
Shit. I got code.
Achievement unlocked. That shit. Bro.
Perfection.
Yes.
Fucking it.
Woo. Yo!
Oh my gosh!
Angelic, let's go!
Oh, that was a moneymaker. Right?
Damn,
moneymaker. All right.
Violence on a Friday night.
That was good.
On a Friday motherfucking night. That was.
I mean, I see people big finger blasting, but not violence like this.
right. That was beautiful. Let's watch what before presenting the screen, remove other media. Oh, hold on. Remove. Present. There we go.
Go.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
let me know
Let's
what to
see.
stop because I'm actually the one playing it here.
Yeah. You good?
Let me know how the volume is too.
Yep. Can't hear shit.
Can't hear.
I can't hear it.
You can hear it?
No.
I'm gonna have to
I
send
think
it
when
to
you presented, did you include audio maybe or not? I don't know.
I don't know how it goes. Oh, yeah, hold on.
You have to. Is it on a tab, or did you
it's not
save
on
the video?
tab. It's a video.
Oh, you saved it. Mm.
That's what I was telling you. That's what I probably need to send it to you through Discord.
I mean, maybe, if you can send it in Discord, then I should be able to.
Cage wants to know if this is like the clapping. If he's gonna hear the video like he hears the clapping.
All
Cage,
right,
we got you. We got you, Cage. Don't worry.
Let's see. We can get this on Discord. We can hear.
My file is too powerful, bro. Are you fucking for real?
It's too powerful.
How can I send it to you?
That's a good question.
Come on, Hargy, help us.
So is this not just a YouTube thing that you can just?
No, it's not a YouTube video. It's a video that I edited with everything, and it's like 7 minutes.
Can you play it in a browser?
Oh, like copy the link, send the link, so you can open it.
Or how are you doing it? Are you sharing the window?
Did you put it in? You can't put it in Discord. That doesn't work.
It's too big.
How large
the
is the
video's
file?
too long.
How large is the file?
Hold on, I actually can't. Hold on.
There we go. Yes.
Here, percent. There we go.
Let's go.
All right. Now, let's see.
Does it sound now?
You didn't turn it on yet.
I'm not hearing anything yet.
You didn't press play.
Okay.
On the wrong thing. I don't know. I'm not.
Hold on.
Play.
In the early stages,
it's working.
pre-production.
Let's go.
Okay. Let me go ahead. All right.
It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of pre-production took a number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build, and there's absolutely no excuse for this oversight. And we are working on and 100% committed to our review process to ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie. A few of the things that we've done over the last 24 hours and what we're doing to shore up the review process are as follows. We've reached out to Anti-Real, the artist in question, and followed up to ensure that we do right by this artist. We're auditing all of the previous work by the artist, the internal artist, including the environment decals already in the build, which is part of why we're delaying some of the content we're going to show today. And we're committed to removing anything that is questionably or inappropriately sourced. We're doing a very broad decal audit, and if we locate any other details or elements, we'll make sure that those are eliminated, recreated in-house for sure. Hundreds of artists have worked on this project for years, internally and externally, and we share many influences, including modernism, Swiss typography, 2000.
The fact that they're influenced by this shit.
By the way, if they take out everything that she did, including the music, anyone who was into this game, and I feel like I can confidently say not that many, but anyone that was into the game, it's going to be tapped out. They're going to be tapped out.
Wow.
That's terrible, dude.
You already took her work, right? This is not an oopsie. Sorry, we're going to take your stuff out. This is how are we going to make this right?
Yep.
Wow.
This is terrible.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Bungie's cooked, bro.
Yeah, they're done.
Bungie's cooked. Marathons cook. Yo, why so serious says member for 15 months. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Says how they copy the artwork and the game still looks trash.
Right?
Yo, that's
Crazy.
That's
This guy, the one in black, he can't even stop blinking though. Like he can't. Like the blinking is. I don't know if you guys noticed, but
he's
he
the game
is
director.
so uncomfortable.
He's the game director. He wasn't supposed to be there today because he had said that he wasn't available, and he ended up having to make an appearance with Doodle over here right next to him. And they didn't look at each other throughout the whole thing. They couldn't look at each other. That's
wild.
And in front of them, there's another person who is a gameplay designer or something like lead gameplay designer, something like that. So it's like almost like, okay, why is not everybody on camera? I mean, come on, we do it here, and we're like, amateurs, literally. Like,
because they don't want to be exposed, bro.
They don't want to be
exposed.
But
so this is that Joseph Cross dude.
No, the one that's reading, that's
Joseph Cross. That's the guy who follows the artist and acts like he was seeing the art come through. And like he didn't remember
what he saw,
bitch that she followed, what art she did. Like, why would you follow her?
Exactly.
She's a small indie artist. Why would you follow her? Come on, man.
Crazy.
Don't act like you didn't know.
That's crazy.
Yo.
But it gets worse, guys.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I love it.
Style vector art, cyberpunk, and of course the original Marathon trilogy. Our style is a result of all of those inspirations. It's also worth noting that none of our external partners who've worked on branding or any part of the visual design of our game were involved with this situation. And lastly, personally, I have a huge amount of respect and admiration for artists working independently and producing, making a living, doing commercial or fine art. And we've worked with many of them. It's one of my favorite parts of the job is to make those connections and create content.
That's why you followed her, huh?
Yeah.
And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design. And it's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our style in general. So thanks for listening, and thanks for your patience.
You got no style, dog.
Got no style.
You got no style.
Absolutely. And thank you, Joe, for coming in and chatting with us about
that. But it wasn't just the art style. It was also the music, like everything else that the game has in there. Like, it's her game, right? I'm set to pay up.
Oh, man.
Pay up.
They followed her. They knew who she was.
And by the way, how disrespectful that he's reading this apology. Like, this should be something that he's addressing. Even when he's saying a personal apology, you're reading that part. Like, look directly at the camera and apologize on your behalf, on the behalf of the entire freaking studio.
Yep.
This should not have been something that you didn't notice. It's too big to not notice. Come on, man.
It's bullshit. Common interest. I see the duck of death. He said common interest. Okay. Bro, come on, man. You stole her style. What's wrong with you?
All the games that he's trying to throw out there that they're inspired by to kind of make people look in other directions. No, dude.
Like basically trying to say like she doesn't own this idea, except bitch, you literally took the literal shit she made.
You can't feel bad. You can't feel bad and know that you did something wrong when you're also excusing it and explaining where you got your inspiration from, because it was obviously just her work. Come on,
man.
Tough, guys, but I promise you, gets even worse.
All right, real quick. Even
2537
with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you. He says Bungie stole the plot from Grandma's Boy. Yo, that's true. God damn.
Wait, there's a plot?
Oh damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's really not a plot. But all right, let's get going.
All right, continue, man. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Just from chat. So I want to jump in. A lot of art questions. I have a question from WigXU. I have a question, a genuine one. Instead of scrubbing so many assets, would it not make more sense to employ the artist, who obviously has nailed the aesthetic you're looking for, and keep the assets as they are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, Joe.
And
Cross.
I can jump in with the answer unless you want to take it, Cross.
I know Cross he got kicked out of the Discord for some reason.
Look, he got kicked out of the Discord.
No.
Because it was probably, battling people in the Discord. And, the team, they probably pulled him out of the Discord so he couldn't,
So the art director got kicked out of the Discord?
Yeah, and that's why he had, look, I'm going to bring it back. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Make more sense to employ the artist, who obviously has nailed the aesthetic you're looking for, and keep the assets as they are.
Sorry, Joe.
And
Cross.
I can jump in with the answer unless you want to take it, Cross.
I know
That's
Cross he got kicked out of the Discord for some reason. Like, I'm starting his machine, so that we might have a technical issue right now. Do you want to? They're basically asking, wouldn't it be easier just to hire someone to remake the assets?
By the way, way to say I don't have an answer for this question, and I'm super nervous. Can you answer this shit? And I'm kind of playing it off like I'm just.
Doesn't he look like Greg Miller right there?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Like that shot right there, that exact moment right there.
That's wild.
Kind of looks like him.
That's crazy. And you know what? He was looking at his phone because he got kicked out of the Discord. He wanted to go back in the server or something. I don't know. There was some weird ass shit, but check it out.
Yeah, go for it.
Can you repeat it? Just so I can relay it to Cross.
He repeated the question himself.
Right. Instead of scrubbing so many assets, would it not make more sense to employ the artist, who obviously has nailed the aesthetic?
So the question was, instead of scrubbing all the assets, wouldn't it be easier to employ the artist who made all the assets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and for what it's worth, we're confident the majority of the assets in that capacity are original, created internally by our internal artists. We would love to work with Anti-Real if that's an opportunity that presents itself. I mean, that's part of what we sort of reached out to communicate. It's at this point, it's a very small sort of set of assets. The decals themselves are the kind of, they're details that are sort of placed on the sides of buildings or crates or something like that. So we absolutely do need to replace them, and we would rule in sort of, any sort of way of doing that, including contracting, collaborating, or working with the artist for sure.
Just in general. We're getting a lot of general questions in the chat.
So they're going to try to
the
squeeze
overall
her
aesthetic. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, they're going to.
That's the answer to that question. We're going to figure out how to squeeze her out of this.
Well, it's one of two. I mean, it's different ways that they could try. Like he did a lot of multiple layers of speaking where it's like, yeah, we'd love to work with her. I mean, we definitely got to take some stuff out. I mean, maybe we could contract her. I don't know. Like, he just fucking
let me translate that
bro.
for you. He's talking about in the future, maybe get the opportunity to work with her, which may be part of what they're going to do. We're going to make a couple of changes. We're going to slide over, a couple of thousands. And then maybe in the future, we can work together, right? Maybe that's the way they're going to try to patch it up. Because that's the way I'm hearing it.
Still have to pay, even if they hire her to contract and do work. Mm-hmm. That's new work, right? Mm-hmm. That's we're hiring to make new things for us, but that old shit is already made and you used it, so you're gonna have to pay for that. And I feel like they're gonna try, because she's so small.
Yep.
I feel like they're gonna try to kind of bulldoze her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make it where she thinks she's getting a good deal, and they're really just trying to, they're really taking advantage
to get away with what they've been able to get away with for so long, right? But I just, this is really bad, because what they're going to try to do, again, make a couple of changes and then just let it be. But you already, this is evidence, because we already saw what you took. So if you tweak it here or there, we know what the game already used to be, right?
Yep.
Well,
and so you can't tweak it. This is her game that you're messing around with, right?
Oh,
they're going to change the letters and the shape.
It's going to be like P-Blow.
Bro, check it out. You can even see behind him the design, the yellow with the black and the numbers and the infinite.
And the red crosses and all this shit.
All that shit
yeah.
is hurt. All that
Yeah,
shit.
like they will have to change the entire entire art aesthetic in order to rid themselves of this, and it's just not real. By the way, people are pointing out, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they actually have the first character from Team LFG's game.
No,
it's the frog sitting in the background. Oh my gosh, it's there.
Is that
LFG's first character creation right there? There it is. Wow.
There it is.
Well, now the big question is, who'd they steal that from?
That's probably a Pokemon or something. That's what it looked like. It looks like a Squirtle.
It looks like a Pokemon.
That's just like from Pottery Barn, and they're like, perfect character for us. We got this. They'll never watch our game.
Oh my God, guys. But I promise you, it gets worse.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Like, when you're getting like the influence where you're like making the art. You have to relay this question again, you know?
So there's a lot of questions just about where your inspiration for a lot of this art style and sort of like, you know, where that comes from.
Yeah.
And how you think of
who that comes from.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from, you know, a lot of sources, a lot of genres. You know, I talked about it a little bit online, you know, probably a couple years ago. You know, graphic design is obviously a massive part of our game, and typography in general. You know, that's one of the things I sort of am the most proud of in a lot of ways, is sort of the idea of elevating typography and graphic design to sort of the forefront in a game or in an industry that, you know, typically doesn't, I think is sort of safe to say. So in terms of that, you know, the influences range from there's even some DNA shared, I think, with Destiny, with sort of Swiss modernism and that whole you know, that whole genre of you know, sans serif typography, all the way up through 2000s, early 90s, you know, which is where I mentioned before. I think there is a lot of overlap there in terms of inspiration. With Anti-Real, the designers are public, vector art, that kind of thing. Just an example of sort of an exciting part of graphic design history that feels connected to, sort of naturally connected to games. The studio that sort of drove a lot of that worked very famously on a game called Wipeout, in a very early PlayStation game, which is a big influence for us. And then all the way up to sort of current trends, which
get the fuck out of here.
They're just throwing out nonsense. Everything he brings up when it comes to
yourself, bro.
to his inspiration, it has to do with just other games instead of what he was trying to do, what inspired him. This is not a personal answer.
He can fuck himself right the fuck off, bro. Wipeout? This motherfucker said Wipeout. Oh my God.
Yeah,
bro. Come on, man. You can't say a whole bunch of different names, right? Whole bunch of different things. And then mention Anti-Real in one little blip, right? But then when you look at the screen, all you see is Anti-Real. You don't see any of the other shit that he's talking about. There's only one influence, and it's not an influence when you just take it and put it on your screen.
Copy and paste is not an influence.
Are you shitting me?
Yep.
Dude, they took they were like, we're owned by PlayStation now. We can just copy anything. Copy is what PlayStation's MO is. They just copy whatever is working out in the industry and then fail doing it. Look at what they're doing, man. This is crazy that they thought that they were just going to do this and that's it. It was going to be fine.
Yeah. No consequences. And they still feel like they're not going to get hit with any consequences.
That's crazy. Go ahead. Keep it going. It's almost done.
Almost done. This is the part that I love the most.
Definable genres. You know, there's sort of a deconstructed kind of minimalism. Anti-design is another genre that I've heard it referred to. So yeah, and this is just, you know, specifically thinking about typography and sort of the sort of superficial layer of our branding, and sort of in-world world building. There are a whole slew of influences when it comes to architecture and character design and world building and natural palette. So it's all a big soup. You know?
It's all a big soup.
It's all a big soup.
Chicken noodle soup.
And noodles. That's how they cook that, Mo.
That's how this is Bungie cooking.
Oh, he's gonna step in.
No,
wait, he's got something to say too.
Let's see. Wrapping up the previous subject, which is
came to our attention.
That was it. Oh my god!
He didn't want to talk about it. He was like, "Let's talk about something else."
Yeah, he did not want to get involved. He didn't want to say much. And I'm gonna go over here real quick before we get more into this. I have to go to Dark Angelic, who says that the cover up. Let me see if I can find. Yep. The cover up is worse than the crime. 100%. 100%.
They literally trying to act like this was just some small, tiny oversight because this is just a tiny piece. We have so much in here that's influenced by nothing other than Antireal. That's it. Bro.
I hope this person goes and gets a lawyer before these guys just totally take advantage of her work. And like, it's so clear that they absolutely it's just a couple of decals. Get out of here. You lying bastard.
On the side of the building.
This is the thing. They can't hire this chick because this is her whole art style. And this game is going to die. So this art style is not going to exist any longer in any other games going forward. So they're going to try to do some contracting shit where they just pay her, like bring her on, while including the fact that bringing her on means that they have the right to anything that they've already used that was hers. But since she's contracting with the company,
and that's why I think she needs a lawyer, because that's not true, because she didn't create that stuff, but that's what they're going to make her believe. And it's just bullshit. She needs a lawyer. Get a lawyer, write the freaking lawsuit, shove it up their butts.
Listen,
dude,
realistically, with the way that we're seeing the game and how it turned out and you know how we feel about the game, I feel like this could be, if played right, the best thing that could happen to her, right? If she plays it right. I feel like, again, that message that she put out there was so vulnerable and so exposed to her situation. That we know how PlayStation operates. We're seeing how they operate, right? We're seeing how they're trying to cover up, even though, like, you know, Dark Angelic said that the cover up is worse than the crime. It is, but we're seeing how they're going to try to handle this. It's not going to be pretty for her if she's not lawyered up. And if on that phone call that they already claimed that they made, because they've made contact with her already. They moved quickly, by the way, but if they said the right things or impressed her with a nice little bag, this could be settled.
Somebody called them the art raiders.
Art raiders.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to him in the comments. I can see him.
Nice. That's
Yo. I can't believe that this is the way.
ABIMB.
I'll see. Yeah, Dan Lazaro said this is a bigger disaster than Concord. Honestly, I really feel like it is, yo. I feel like it is. This is like
definitely is. 3.6 billion. What'd you get out of this?
A lawsuit.
Who thinks this game Marathon is gonna do anything? Do we really think it's gonna go anywhere?
Bro, nobody.
Honestly, I don't.
Bro, listen, nobody was interested in this, and the few people that were interested are now not interested because of what just happened.
So this was a disaster. This was a bigger disaster than Concord before this happened, right? Before this was exposed, because we already said how we felt about what we've seen from the game. That's
how do you manage to do something worse? Wow. Like,
right?
And then we haven't even gotten the other massive stupid shit, which is fair games. Oh my god! Like these guys just can't, like, L after L. It's unbelievable. PlayStation is just ridiculous.
They keep hitting walls. We thought Concord was as bad as it can get, and they were like, "Hold my beer. We're going to show you what else we can do."
We gave them credit.
We did.
We said, "This is the floor.
This is bottom line.
Nothing could be worse than Concord." We said it. We said, like, that's it. There's nothing else. And look at what they've proven us fucking wrong.
No, they're like, no, you don't understand. We can go much worse.
There's no
challenge
no depth we can't dive into, baby. We can go as deep as you want.
Yo,
my God.
Jokes aside, I want to say that this is really, really, really disappointed because I want to know the few people who were actually defending Concord who would say, "Come on, guys, don't be mean. Give me a chance." The game looks unique, right? I like the art style. I think it's different, bro. Bro, that's crazy.
I kind of feel bad making fun of the art style now.
Agreed.
knowing that they robbed this shit from somebody.
But
that art style is good for a certain type of game, right? Like if you're trying to make something like this, we just don't expect it from Bungie. Now, fine, if this is what they want to do, this is what they want to do. But if you had made a game in sort of a futuristic, like a narrative that had a story with it, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, this is kind of good. Like it'd be great in an indie type game, right? I wouldn't mind it at all. Or if it was like a AA game, I would totally. This is fine. Like that was great. But you're expecting much more from Bungie. You just
I think that's the problem.
They made fucking Halo. What the hell is this shit? Like, I'm sorry, but
it's like their biggest curse, though. Like, because they're held to a certain standard and they can't live up to it. And I just don't know in how many ways they need to show the world that they can't live up to that, and that the team is not the same. Right? It's not the same, and they're not working with the same company, because we see these freaking developers just bloom when they work with Xbox, right? So it's just it's a combination of the atmosphere, the environment, the people you're working with. They inspire you and push you to do better. So
look at Amit Kumar. Amit Kumar says Marathon equals current Bungie. Concord equals former Bungie devs.
That's right.
Gummy Bear, former Bungie devs. Seems like Bungie is the problem.
Thank you.
That doesn't explain away Haven and Fair
know what's
Games.
funny?
We'll get to that too.
Facts.
I got an even better clip.
Ooh.
By yours truly, bro.
Is this that right there? You already have it in there?
You can make this up.
This right here?
No.
Oh.
All right. You out here putting in work. You're putting in work. I got you.
No. Hold up.
I'm ready for it.
Let me go get it.
All right, no worry. Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is that we knew that this was all going to be trash and it was going to burn worse than Concord.
Yeah.
Okay. We just didn't know how. And boy, oh boy, is this quite the how. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was not expected. This was not on my bingo card of how Marathon was going to
go down.
And I sent that to you, CMoney, on your DM, so you can play it yourself, stop it, whatever it is. But yeah, play that shit.
So taking a look at like this from a gamer perspective, right? Bungie was always kind of more Xbox centric for obvious reasons, right? So their fan base was a little bit more Xbox centric, but they had a lot of fans with Destiny, which was great on the PlayStation side, PC side, everything, right? Fine. Do you think the PlayStation player base, that like hardcore ridiculous pony, cares about Bungie? I don't think they do. I don't think they cared about this acquisition at all. I think they just said, oh, cool, brownie points for getting the developers of Halo, and they don't give a shit about what games they make. So the player base that was actually kind of still attached to this for Destiny, maybe going in from a Bungie perspective and saying, hey, I'll try out Marathon. I think that was more of the Xbox side, the PC side. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of PlayStation players that are going to be going out of their way to support this. if they're pissing off people on that side, what chance did this game have at all? I just think this game is it's gonna have the same kind of player base. I'm sorry, but that's where it looks like it's going, right? Do you think this is gonna breach 100,000 players at launch?
No.
I think you'd be lucky to get 10,000 players. I don't
see. It's a real question.
I would be surprised if you got 100 people wanting to play this shit.
I just don't like.
Point.
How can
Come
you?
on, man.
How can you outdo the failure of Concord? Because that's where it looks like it's going.
Yeah,
that is literally where it looks like it's going. What is going on with this? Like, how did they get to? I don't know what the hell's going on with Bungie. I swear to God, I just you know how easy it is to make a good game. You do the shit you've already done that worked. What the hell are you thinking? Whatever. I don't know. Dude, I just don't get it. It's crazy. 3.6 billion down the drain for stupid.
Dude, remember, they bought them for their expertise.
Oh, yes. They were supposed to guide the ship.
Expertise. And everybody said, what an L. Phil Spencer said no. Phil Spencer said no to buying Bungie.
Who looks like the brilliant genius right now? Who looks like and we have to get to this later because, of course, we have the financials to get into. Yep. Who looks like the genius right now? Whose games are kicking butt on PlayStation, let alone on Xbox and PC? On PlayStation, whose games are working out right now?
CMoney, play the clip that I sent you.
I'm going. It's here.
Sense.
It's here. You ready?
Right now.
Bam.
Oh.
All right.
Check it out. Harky, you're going to know this.
Now more than ever, it is clear that Microsoft needs oversight engagement. I would say they need better oversight engagement, but it seems non-existent. In the wake of The Last of Us Faction 2 news, I can't help but think that Microsoft needs a Bungie, a studio that understands game development, that can be the muscle to walk in the room and do rigorous oversight from very early on to gauge if a project's good, if it's coming along. Do you have buy-in with your developers? Do you have good vision? Is the leadership properly communicating vision to your developers? Do you know how in those crime dramas where they separate people and they ask them questions to get the story straight? Why not do that? All right, leadership. What's the vision for this game? Great, thank you. Then go to the developers. What game? Real easy to see if there's clear vision transfer because that's one of the primary means of excellent project management because it sets the trajectory for what you're making. What's the goal of this game? What do you need to achieve the goal? Oh, you're building a multiplayer game and you don't have confidence you can build it? Oh, and you don't have enough staff to do it? If you don't have oversight engagement, you'll never find these things out until it's too late.
Oh.
What does it sound like?
Man.
What does it sound like?
Wow.
He sounds like he predicted the PlayStation future, bro.
This sounds like he should have sent this over to PlayStation. They should have been listening to this.
He spelled
mismanagement.
Prediction. Reverse Nostradamus.
That's real crazy. That's pretty damning. That's pretty damning.
Shit. You know what happened? You know what funny thing? That's when they announced factions too, that they were coming. That was a long time ago. You know, funny. And when Redfall came out, you know that they said that they're working on factions too. And then Redfall came out and that fiasco, and they were like, oh, they need Bungie. And look at Bungie. This is your Bungie, bro. Bungie's already at Microsoft. 343 was Bungie, the OG Bungie, and they turned it into Halo Studios. Everybody knows this. Boy, y'all motherfuckers don't know shit. What can I say, man? What can I say? Come on, bro. Y'all be tripping. Stop it.
Seriously. But guys, Bungie was a better buy than ABK, guys. Was it not?
Yes, it was. This is funny as hell, dude. How ironic, right? Everything that the Sony PlayStation fanboys, think about it. Everything that they predicted that was going to happen to Xbox, it happened to them. This is like, remember when you were in school, like in high school, and you knew the guy next to you was wrong? It was like, oh, this is the answer. This is the answer. I'm like, bro, this is not it. Like, I promise you, look, like she explained it this way. And they kept on going and going and going, and they would never listen. That's exactly what Sony PlayStation fanboys. They wrong the whole time. And we'll see it now when we get into the financials. What they were wrong the whole freaking time. They like, I don't know how to do it. they keep on doing themselves, just like Concord Marathon, bro. And I did have some hopes for Marathon, so this is really, it hurts me because I was
You
kind
did?
of. Yeah, I did, bro. I did say it here that I was like, okay, maybe they can, by the time that it releases. But during the live stream today, they didn't even know what they were trying to do. They didn't even know where this game was going to be a solo game, where this game is going to be a duo game, where this game was going to be a squad type game. Like, they didn't know none of this. So, like, their vision, like, yeah, I suggest PlayStation to do a research and put one in one room and ask them, like, what's the vision for the game? And then ask the other team, what's your vision for the game? Because they literally lost track of what they were doing. They got lost in the sauce, bro. They got busy out there putting their hands in the dirt, trying to grab shit that wasn't theirs. And it's just painful to watch the decline of such respected studio, right? Because this is a scandal. There's no other word. This is like, I don't know, bro, un chisme. This is crazy. This is like the worst you could possibly happen to a reputation of a studio. Yeah.
It's true. This is as bad as it can get. You guys are stealing from other people. This is as bad as it can get. And when it comes to the developers, what's that saying, Demo? You probably know. What's that saying in Spanish? Cuando tú escupes para arriba, te cae en la cara. Is that how it goes?
Speed up. Yeah.
That's what's happening to the developers.
So, like, if you spit in the air, it falls on your face.
That's
it's like
what's happening
in the
to
wind.
They keep. Yep.
It's just crazy to me, man, that, oh my God, everything is coming full circle. Everything that we've been saying here in this show after show, week after week, is actually fucking happening. And look, I'm gonna promise you, like, I wasn't believing that Bungie was gonna fail like this. And I wasn't believing. I was like, okay, Concord, I get it. Maybe another, games that they make or whatever. But Bungie, I always counted on them because I love the fucking games, and then you do too. You got Master Chief back there in the back, CMoney. We love Master Chief, but
I mean that's
Bungie,
the only
thing that we can thank them for. But like I said, that's the team that made those games. It's not Bungie anymore. And a great part of Bungie became 343. Everybody don't know, like, people don't know that. Come on, are you stupid? Like, come on, dog. Like, don't you know that? And look, they talk shit on Halo Infinite, but Halo Infinite is fire. It's fire.
Much better than what they're doing.
It's much better than you think. They added a new mode I was playing last week. It was dope. Like, bro, the new skins, they got a new shotgun with a hammer that they didn't copy from anybody. The skins are dope. I'm saying
that's such an important bar now. You didn't copy it.
They didn't. Well, you have to say like that. And a lot of people they rip Call of Duty apart when they use AI in certain assets in the game, certain things. But I'd rather them use AI. At least they, digging and looking into the future and experimenting. Like this, like stealing shit. Like, it's even worse, dude. It's even worse. This is crazy. And I'm sorry because I don't know for sure who did this shit. Chances are that the dude who's doing the apology doesn't even know. That could be a chance too. That could be a thing too. And somebody did it. And I don't know, the way it looks like they coding for somebody. So might have even been the director who gave the order. Somebody saying, like, hey, go ahead and get that art. Put it in here. God, who gives a fuck about this person with 700 followers? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's going to notice. But guess what? 2025.
700 followers, 300 of which are from Bungie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The whole Bungie.
Wow.
Oh, she's following the whole Bungie too. Yeah, but like, people think do not.
She's like, oh, now it makes sense.
Bro, word of mouth online is crazy.
Yeah, this shit is spreading real big.
Bro, I'm done. I'm sorry, Bungie. I don't think I'm gonna get marathon. The best thing that you can do right now, delay the game, make it free to play. You should be like sucking our toes. You know, be like, let me suck your toes.
Oh, we haven't gotten to the financials, but they're expecting Marathon to be their big breadwinner.
I think we should go ahead and jump right in.
Oh my God.
Jump right
in. That's sad.
Jesus.
Babe, I need you to go to the Animal House.
Yeah, I had it right here. Ready to go. Animal House says, hey, Doodle, Bungie jumped off the bridge with the rope around their necks instead of their ankles. Oh, shit. It's the truth. It's the truth. This was a big fail, bro. This is not like oh, I'm sorry, my bad, we messed up. No, man.
This is you're done.
No, this is a good night.
Game over.
This is a good
night. This
is a good night. This is
Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios, señor.
En nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amen.
Yo, this is over, bro. It's over. The game is cooked. Bungie might be cooked, bro. Like,
listen. Finally,
they still got Destiny. That's the only thing that can keep them floating for now.
How you gonna trust anything else that they put out? Like, who you copy this from? Like, what you?
Bro, you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of the Marathon team. You can't, at least the art. At least at the very least, the art team has to go.
Yeah. But this is why they're trying to blame someone that no longer works
exactly.
there,
Of course,
right?
bullshit. Bro, you've been exposed. We all know it. Everybody knows it. Nobody's going to trust your words. Nobody's going to show up at your stream pumped and excited to see what you got to say. All they're going to be wondering is, did you pay this bitch? Did you give her money? Did you give her enough money?
Mm-hmm.
And even then, we don't want to play your shit because of what you did.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming out of this for them. They might not give her shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what?
Fuck, we out.
Hey, yo, somebody asked you for the toilet paper
Let's
jump.
go.
Toilet paper jump. Do you have it?
Oh my God, I love that. Yo,
Can
that's
you
hilarious.
send it to me on
bro, I sent it to you
on
like
Twitter?
last year. CMoney, get out of here.
I think you sent it to me.
Look for it.
See if you find it.
I think you have
my God.
Gifts.
That's funny.
Yeah, yo, honestly though, it's like I really don't see a comeback from this. Like, there's just nothing from this. Like, the game just wasn't exciting to begin with, right? So on top of the fact that
Raiders ate its lunch,
hardcore,
yeah,
hardcore, yo. I played the Arc Raider, the beta, just that one chance I got before it went away. And dude, I was into it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even into fucking extraction shooters, but I was like, oh shit, this is actually quite good.
Listen, they didn't have a chance before. They certainly don't have one now. So Ren over here says they're getting Concord numbers either way. I think at this point that's like a hope, right? Let's hope anyone shows up, right?
I sent it to you.
Maybe just to see the changes that they made, because people are supposed to pay for this, right?
Who is supposed to change?
This is not a free-to-play game.
Price for a stolen merchandise. It's a
$40 for shit that you stole.
Man,
that's fucking
I wonder
crazy.
if we're gonna get a discount for the stolen things.
A 5-finger discount.
Like you would think.
Yeah. Hey yo, Bungie stuck out though. They took down. They're from the.
There's Bungie.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't see a way out. I don't see a way out.
Shit.
Damn.
This is a night for sure. Like there's just no way. We got the homie Quanta Terrible.
Quanta Terrible.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Bro.
There's no message. I don't know if you forgot to include a message, but there's no message. But thank you, my brother.
Good
Appreciate the
to see
support.
You, Quan.
We got the homie Game Shark in the building with that $2 super chat. Says Bungie needs the hot dogs. Hashtag exposed.
Yes.
Oh shit, Hargeet.
Twinkle, baby.
He's looking for the glizzies. He's looking for the glizzies. And then you do have our boy Dark Angela with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, fam. Says, remember, this is all the fault of the Series S.
This is it.
This would make sense now.
Yeah.
Now that's what keeps this all, looped together.
Yeah,
Argue
I don't
they're
think
looking
I
for
can
the
do the
glizzies.
glizzies anymore because I'm on a different background thingy, so I don't have that video. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Glizzies are gone. Game Shark.
Game Shark,
Sorry,
you've been
sir.
twinkled.
You've been twinkled. You've been twinkled, but that's okay. We get the sentiment. We get the sentiment. Yeah, this is a whole lot of what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck knew? Who the fuck knew that this was going to be the conversation that we were going to have? But here we are, dealing with a bunch of losers. Okay, any other bars here before we move on to the next topic? Anything on
We
Bungie
thought they
and
sucked
Marathon?
before we found out that the art was stolen. So
True. True.
The only bar is how much lower can the bar get from this? And
Facts. This is their high point now. Concord is the high spot. They wish they could get back to Concord at this point. Jesus. Oh my God.
I mean, outside of Helldivers, that's their multiplayer or live service game strategy, right? This is the best they've got.
Yeah.
This is literally the best they got.
I mean, you think the Firewalk devs, like they saw obvious, like they were like, okay, we've seen Marathon and like Concord looks pretty good. And maybe that's why they were calling people tasteless.
I get that.
Like, I don't even know.
I
can see why they did that, man. But yeah.
I mean,
la cucaracha.
That's wild. That's wild. We got the homie Dan Lazaro in the building with that $2 super chat, man.
Damn.
Yo, there's a facts right here. He says got the 2 biggest flops in history in a year's time.
Shit.
Damn. Damn.
Another one bites the dust.
Hey,
another one bites the dust.
Is Marathon coming out in August as well?
Oh shit.
When did they come out? Yeah,
please
August
give us the
23rd.
same date.
That's right. I have it in my background.
So can we say this is like the pony period that they get it every year at the same time?
Yeah, it's the end of September, I think. September
No.
16th or 23rd.
No, August 23rd to September 6th.
It's the end.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Marathon releases on September 23rd. Because that was September the day 23rd. that Borderlands was supposed to come out, but Borderlands moved forward.
Oh, so they moved it up a month. Okay, I got it. So it's a further out by 1 month. So we should expect by October 6th. It's gonna be.
There you go.
2K could have saved it.
By October 6th is done. By October 6th.
They delayed
we
GTA.
have the funeral on the same.
They did everything
time.
they could to save Marathon, and nothing. They fucking shot themselves in their goddamn fucking nutsack. This is crazy.
Yo, they're like, can we?
They cheddar bobbed themselves, yo.
Can we bring Borderlands 4 back to its original day?
For real, we need to just forget about Marathon existing. That's the truth. All right.
Actually, Borderlands is coming out earlier now because of
it moved up 2 weeks.
No, that's good. I wanted to just release like at the time that they got now, because I mean, what else is there to play that around that time?
All right. Well, probably something from Xbox, but that being said, all right, let's move on to the next chapter. And again, nothing but good news out of the PlayStation camp for sure. I mean, it's just there's no way that you would think that it wasn't good news. But word on the streets is that Sony is considering PlayStation price hikes to cover Trump's tariffs.
Okay.
The company is also open to moving PlayStation manufacturing to the US. So they've already raised the price in like a whole bunch of other countries. And I guess now, because of the tariffs, they're looking to go more. And remember, the ponies assured us that PlayStation would never go ahead and raise the prices.
No, that was as high as it was going to get.
Yeah. So Sony considers PlayStation price hikes to cover Trump's tariffs. The company is also open to moving. Blah blah blah. All right. So Sony just announced its financial forecast for the next year, and it's expecting to be impacted by tariffs to the tune of 100 billion yen, about $680 million. To compensate, the company says it's considering options, including moving manufacturers to the U.S.
We're not seeing that, by the way.
Are you not?
No.
Yeah, my bad. Oops. So yeah, moving manufacturers to the U.S. and increasing prices for consumers. Speaking to investors during the company's earnings call, Sony CFO Lin Tao confirmed that the company is considering passing on price of tariffs to consumers in order to mitigate the impact on its bottom line. Tao didn't mention the PlayStation 5 by name, though, and it's possible that Sony could try to protect pricing on its console through increases elsewhere in its electronics business. Yeah, that's right, because, everything else sells just as much as the PlayStation 5. That's where they would be able to offset it, right? In the other electronics that they sell, that they sell so many of. Good times. Sony has already increased the price of the PS5 this year, but only in the UK, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. The PS5 did get a call out from CEO Hiroki Totoki when discussing the possibility of moving manufacturing to the US to avoid the brunt of Donald Trump's tariffs. He admitted that the console can be produced locally and that it would be an efficient strategy that has to be considered going forward. Now, to be clear, that doesn't, saying those words, bringing it to US does not mean we don't have to raise the price. On the contrary, it's guaranteed to raise the price because they're not going to get the same pricing that they got. The reason they don't manufacture in the US is because they're doing it to keep the costs lower on their end. Now, it would just guarantee that the price would rise. So either way, it looks like something's coming down the pipe. What happened?
Nada.
Got it. So, of course, PlayStation being in a position now where they have, again, Marathon to look forward to.
Yep.
Right? And Ghost of Yote. Only two things that are supposed to be releasing this year. And don't forget Gummy Bears. I don't know when it's releasing, but they got that.
That's far away.
They got that on deck.
Many hops away.
Many hops away. That's right.
So,
many.
Guys, do you think this Gummy Bears the type that make you go to sleep or the type that make you go, hyper and dance? Like, what type of gummy?
We'll have to wait.
Gummy.
That's a good question.
What gummy is this?
Yeah, that's Fanboy 2 coming, right? Which I guess is partially, whatever. I don't know if it's published by them. So they have that. What's the other one?
Yeah,
they have that. That's something. What the heck was it called? The other third party lockdown they have that they're publishing.
Oh, that Lost Soul Aside or whatever.
Lost Soul Aside. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know if Phantom Blade Zero is also happening or not, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, my mind doesn't look at those games as anything because frankly they don't get a benefit from it, right? Like it's not like Xbox when they get a game. When they work with a third party to make a game for them, we get the game free in Game Pass, right? Which makes it feel like it's from Xbox, right? This is just another game that they can buy that just so happens to be exclusive to their box for now until it's not, right? So then that whole idea goes away. So look, the point of this is that they have raised the prices in all these other places. They were just looking for a reason to do it in America, and now they have their reason. Mm-hmm. They're going to raise the price. They're going to raise it if they keep the manufacturing outside of America. They're going to raise that motherfucker if it comes into manufacturing in America. So either way is not looking pretty. And honestly, I just think that this is where it's all going. Prices are going up, man. This is the first time in the history of gaming where over the years pricing has gone up in consoles versus down. And with next gen around the corner, I think this is all just preparing us for the fact that it's going to be stupid money to get into the next gen, but also kind of confirming that this gen isn't going anywhere. Especially with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming into the picture. none of these consoles, like if you have a PlayStation 5, if you have an Xbox Series console, you're not getting left behind. You just will have to decide whether you want to spend the money that it costs to get the 5090, right, of consoles, right? Like that's just what it will be. But yeah, man, I mean, look, PlayStation is in the same boat. They were just giving shit to Xbox before for doing what they were going to do. And now it just is what it is, right? Nobody's hiding it. Nobody's trying to run from it. Excuse me. So what do you guys think, man? I mean, the fact that this is happening, it's coming up, the tariffs are a thing. What do you feel?
The prices are going up. Did we really think that PlayStation was going to stay out of it? So this is, man, this is a way to, I don't know if you guys recall when the pre-orders were up for the PlayStation 5 Pro. And we checked on a daily for like over a week at the PlayStation store, and those bundles were just there day after day after day. It was crazy. And then they pulled it. So they pulled it. Supposedly it was sold out, which obviously it wasn't. And then it went live on other stores like Best Buy, Target, everywhere else, right? This is to create the circus effect. They want these clowns to go out there and say, let me go and pick up the PlayStation 5 Pro before those prices go up, right? And if you are planning to go ahead and buy it at some point down the line, yes, this is the time to go and pick it up because those prices are going to go up regardless. Like we thought, you know, last year when they went up for pre-order that those prices were high, they're going to get higher. So if you want the PlayStation 5 Pro, this is the time to get it. And no, I do not think what the gallopers were putting out there that the PlayStation 6 is going to be cheaper than the pisser, because somehow that's just how it works. So yeah, if you're planning to take the leap, this is the time to do it. I don't see why, right, anybody would want to do that. But yeah, if that's what you have in mind, this is the time to do it. It took them long enough to want to go out there and already boost up their prices as if they weren't high enough. So, but they did it with everything else. They did it with the PlayStation 5, all the accessories, everything has been going up. So they're just going to create that gap even wider, right? They went ahead and brought up those prices. So then now the higher prices are going to go up too. And the tariffs, that's just an excuse at this point. Yes, these things are back and forth, negotiating and everything. But do I believe that, you know, if they get to a point where they don't need to charge as much, that this is going to settle out in some other way where we're going to benefit? No. I think those prices are staying up.
Yeah, I don't think they would go back down.
No.
They'll just use it for sales and shit.
Exactly.
Well,
Demo, are you talking? Oh, there we go.
Right there in the press conference with the new CFO. I think she's Chinese. I think. She said that they were gonna, like, you know, put the weight on the consumer. Literally, like, you know, all of this was going. The consumers were gonna pay for all of this. They were not gonna take the hit.
Yep.
We actually have the recording too.
The funny thing is that they also said on the press conference that they have a 3-month supply of consoles shipped to the United States, which means that, you know, they're not gonna increase the price right away, so they weren't really at risk. So they were sort of like, we're going to see where this is going. But like the fact that they have 3 months worth of consoles shipped to the United States, it tells me one thing, two things. Either they're not selling consoles like they say they're saying here in the United States, or they just shipped a bunch of consoles last minute before the tariffs went up, just to secure themselves a good, amount of consoles out there in the market. But either way, we saw this coming. This is another excuse for all these companies to go ahead and, just charge you more. And like Doodle said, even if everything resolves and everybody gets to an agreement, the prices will stay. and they will not come down because that's just how it is. The same thing happened in COVID when some shit came, went up, it never came down. Like it's just how it is. So I like paper towel. Remember paper towel and toilet paper? Talking about the dude hanging himself with it, right? That became expensive, and it stayed expensive too, even after. And it is expensive now. So it's just something that we have to deal with as a society. And I mean, just get ready for it, because I mean, PlayStation was gonna be the ones that they don't need that many excuses to go ahead and increase their prices. They're looking for it. So
exactly. Yeah. Agreed.
I actually have the clip here. So Destin did a tweet, says, as expected, Sony is considering passing along the tariff impact by increasing the price of their products. So it's assumed the PlayStation 5 price could be impacted. So if we listen, I didn't listen to this, but I'm assuming this is the clip.
Regarding the tariff, let me answer to the tariff question. 100 billion yen impact have been it's assuming the official tariff rate, which has been announced in hardware. Hardware business is included in this. In terms of our portfolio, GNS, games, and also ETNS and INSS, semiconductors. So those three segments, we are actually incorporating on par basis from these three businesses. In terms of the tariff, we are not just simply calculating the simple tariff to come up with 100 billion yen, but thinking about the currently available information and also looking at the market trend, we may pass on to the price and also shipment allocation. So we are taking different measures in managing to come up to the 100 billion yen impact. That's what we are thinking. Thank you very much.
So those are the words that were translated out of her mouth. And yeah, I just think it's pretty evident that they're looking for this. She sounds like marathon artwork. Oh my god, nice Night of Cypher. That was hilarious. Yo, what?
Yo, that's wild.
That's real wild, man. That's real wild. Yeah, I mean, what, Hargy, what are you feeling about this, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, barring any of this, now they're talking about their entire business, right? But barring any of this,
PlayStation's a big part of that business.
Any excuse to increase prices, why wouldn't they take it, right? And so they're going to they're most likely going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter if there's any impact or not. So they'll like you saw it. Nintendo, got to 450. Xbox said, "Oh, gee, why don't we just do it?" So then like PlayStation's going to sit there and say, "We're not going to take more money." So
it's a chain reaction, man.
It's just the way it is. Reaction. So you should expect price increases no matter what anyway. As far as tariffs and whatnot, that's something they'll figure out on their own. One thing to note, I think, is very interesting is their business model. I don't know if we're going to get into the real financial stuff, but
we could do all of that here in this.
Yeah, their business model has dramatically shifted, right? Sony was a consumer electronics company, right? They're like, I think they said 60+% is now content. It's not like consumer electronics. A lot of their consumer electronics is now split between two things: PlayStation and cameras, right? And the little camera sensors they put in the phones and stuff like that, and actual cameras. And it's like, so they have shifted away from so they don't even talk about our TV segment made. They don't care about that. Like, that's all shit now to them. Like, that used to be their bread and butter. It's gone.
Yep.
The phone's dead. Like, they have Xperia, I think, is their phone line. They don't talk about that. Like, like all their consumer electronics.
Do they still make that shit?
I think so. I don't know. But I think they have the Xperia line still. I don't know. But they are essentially two consumer electronics things and mostly content. And they're driving themselves to content. Which I don't know if that shifts. Like, you already saw some wording here that says we need to change the way we're doing things. And I don't know that they're going to be very happy to say, oh, we need to push the freaking console and exclusivities. And no, I think they're saying, how do I get more money out of all the stuff that we make? And I think that's going to dramatically. I assume that's what they mean by that. That you should expect like day and date PC to come up pretty soon. And then you should also expect games to ship to Switch and Switch 2, and you should expect to see some of those on Xbox as well. I think they're kind of done with this whole idea of we have to be on this dying console thing because their consumer electronics aren't making them money. So they're going to be pushing in different directions. Their biggest thing that makes them money is their camera sensors. And I think that's the part they're more concerned about because those camera sensors I believe they're in iPhones. I think they're in many, many Android phones. So if they are, that is the part that's going to change, right? Because I think they're moving the iPhone to India and was it Thailand or I don't know, one other country, right? They're doing something over there, and then they're potentially moving it to here, to US, right? And if that happens, they need to start making those, adjacent to that, right? So not from China, but adjacent to that. I think that's what they're talking. So they're going to move those things around as needed to at least meet the demand of those devices that are going to be shipped here, right? Or built here. But yeah, I don't know about the console. I don't know that they care. I think they're just going to slap extra cost on it and say, I don't care where it comes from and just pay the cost, right? So this is an interesting one, right? Because look, most people just assume that Xbox has lost this console war thing and PlayStation has won it, right? Well, if you're in that position, why not just charge extra money? What's the impetus to say, we're going to charge less? Your competitor, wannabe competitor, Xbox has already increased their price. So go ahead. There's no price pressure on them at all. So why not just increase the price? Even if they could push it here and make it cheaper, I don't think they're going to care. I think they're just going to say, charge them more. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. So whatever, it is what it is. So I would fully expect in the next month or two, maybe even the next week or two, there's going to be a price increase. And you should just expect to see that happen. So, and then when the prices or even if the tariffs goes down to 10%, don't expect the price to come down. It's going to be at that price.
Facts.
That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Agreed. There's no going back once this happens, bro.
No.
Oh yeah.
There's no going back.
That is what it is. And it's all incremental to get you used to the fact that that's what they're going to charge next gen. Just expect to pay that much next gen. That's where it's going, sadly. But it is what it is, man.
Agreed. I mean, look, frankly, at this point, we already know that consoles are not their bar of measurement anymore, right? We already know they have moved away from that. The hardware is not the big deal for them. So if they're going to go ahead and they're going to say we don't care about console sales anymore like that, we care about the monthly active users, then at this point it's well, what does it even matter, right? Raise the price. You're going to make more money off of it, whoever you can get to buy it, and you're only worried about taking those games and putting them other places so you can expand your monthly active users, because that's the only way you're going to do it. They already have the consoles sold, and that would be the base that would expand their monthly active users, but it's not because they're still sharing it with PlayStation 4, and they're still behind PlayStation 4 in sales at the same time in their life. So they're not going ahead and getting ahead. So they're not growing their base. You know what I'm saying? They're not growing their monthly active users much because they are essentially taken from the same pile, right? So the only way to expand their monthly active users is to put their games in other places.
Oh, you
quicker.
Don't say.
So
Only way.
And now the fun part though is what games? Games to begin
That's the
with.
question.
So they're expecting to decrease revenue next year. That's their plan, right? If you see their forecast, they're decreasing revenue. They think they're going to increase their first party revenue based on Marathon and other games that they're releasing. And I'm like, what are you guys smoking? Do you not see what's going on? I don't think Marathon's making you any money. Ghost of Yotai may do well. We'll see. We don't know how well it's going to do. How much did Tsushima sell? It was like 15 million, something like that. Was that in that range?
Ghost of Tsushima? No, it was 8.
Yeah. 8.
It was 8.
Oh, 8? That's it? Oh,
yeah, it was 8. Yeah, it was 8. I mean, over its life with sales and shit, maybe it's gone up, but 8 was like the big number that they looked at, because if you remember, Days Gone also sold 8 mil and it got shit on by Sony, and the guy, the director was like, it sold the same amount. Right? Exactly. Okay. So
they are so fucked. So yeah, they're definitely not going to make money off of their first party. They basically have third party. That's it. And they better hope Xbox keeps putting games on their console. Because what else are they going to do? Just Fortnite? That's it. That's all they got. Fortnite, maybe COD. That's their money.
Exactly.
They're in terrible shape. They need to show something, anything, whatever, some spark of life. Something to show there's a roadmap of something that you can play, and it isn't what is that, Sauron, or what the heck was that game?
Sorrow. Literally sorrow. That's it. What a fucking name.
What a name.
That's real crazy.
That's a big game. They have Yotai, and then they have I don't know what's going on with Fair Games. I expect in the next month.
I think we know what's going on with Fair Games, bro.
I expect that game to be gone. I think that studio is going to be shut down in the next month. That's my expectation. They unceremoniously
we can't steal art anymore.
Her out. It's gone. What else do they have? Wolverine at some point, and we saw what that looked like. So, Intergalactic, I think, is a next gen game. What do they have?
I don't think we know.
Hey yo, Astrobot, Game of the Year, Hard Geek.
Yes,
Shut up.
Game of the Year, outdone by
Astrobot, Game of the Year. Shut up. They got something. They got the Game of the Year.
Numbers though. I thought that was supposed to boost up the sales.
Oh my god.
I don't know. So anyways, they're on a decline. That's the thing you should look at from that. That is never a good sign. They're literally telling you that they're on decline. That PlayStation is in decline. They're going to lose revenue next year by significant amounts. That's crazy.
Remember, they released a mid-gen refresh to counter the decline, right? Hey, new and exciting hardware. Let's keep the ball rolling, but they're going down. But this is the shit that's really crazy, right? When we get to the bottom of this, right?
Okay.
People are raising prices. Sure, you can just say that, oh, it's expected. But think about the scenario wrapped around it, right? Nintendo Switch. Should they have raised their price? No, because they're giving us fucking old hardware as far as specs are concerned. But you can justify in your mind a little bit that, listen, they created the handheld market, right? They're the ones who brought it back.
Yeah.
Right. Even though Steam Deck is out there now and all these other handhelds exist, if Switch didn't do the Switch, it would not be a big mainstream thing. Remember, these handhelds existed. The handheld PC has been around for a long time. Kei Asante used to talk about them all the time, right? He would buy these $1,200 handhelds, right? Mm-hmm. So this was the thing. This has happened for a long time, but Switch brought it in and made it where, oh shit, for a small amount of money, you can go ahead and have a handheld that plays console level games, right? That was the idea. So fine. You could justify them being entitled, thinking they're big shit. Xbox following Nintendo's lead. Oh, you're going up on prices. Let's go up in prices. No problem. But think about what Xbox is doing. Xbox is supplying the industry with games in a way that no one else has ever done. They are literally taking the gaming industry, putting it on its back, and just running towards the end zone, right? This is just what's happening. They're in it to win it, and they're giving us so much on their way there. It's crazy, right? So they're raising prices, but all right, they're fucking giving us so much. You can see some justification there. what the fuck is the justification for PlayStation to raise a goddamn penny? They haven't done shit. All they've done is given. I mean, listen, if you want to give them a few pennies for laughter, sure, right? They brought us some good laughs, right? When we get to laugh at Concord and we laugh at Marathon and all the shit that they've been putting out.
GoFundMe.
Oh my God. But outside of that, what the fuck are they doing that they think that they should even consider the idea of raising their dollars? Of course, as a business, they're going to take advantage. But as a consumer, when you're watching it happen, how can you justify spending $1 more than you have to on a PlayStation when they're not doing a goddamn thing for it?
To play third-party games? I think that's the issue. I think what they have locked down, and you know, this is where their money comes from.
At full price, by the way.
Yes, Hargeet brought up, yes, that, you know, if that's where your money's coming from, then obviously that's where you're going to go ahead and kind of take advantage of the situation and raise those prices. But at this point, like, whoever is that kind of a fan of PlayStation, right? Even knowing that there are no games, they already pull that plug and bought the console. We even had the dude going ahead and scamming his girlfriend with his PlayStation 5 to get the pisser, and it turns out that the pisser's worse than the PlayStation 5. But listen, if I'm recalling correctly, by the way, yes, the Switch went up a lot by $150. But obviously the console wasn't necessarily the issue. The issue was how they boost up the prices for the games. And then they brought up all of the accessories, right? But guys, am I remembering correctly? Not long ago, before Nintendo did this, didn't PlayStation have like a breakdown where they raised all of their prices too?
For everywhere else.
For everything.
For all these other countries. Remember, we started with, when Demo brought it up, they did it in the Spanish countries, right? And then they went to Europe. They did everywhere except for America. So
essentially, they've been leading with this because we've been looking at Nintendo, because that's obviously like the fresh thing that happened, and they did the games and it's like back to back. But PlayStation did this prior with old shit
for the consoles,
than Nintendo did. Yes, and the accessory, the controllers, with everything.
Nintendo kind of beef is with the games.
Yes,
them going to 80 is the crazy shit.
That kind of slipped my mind. So here they go now, and you know, we're getting hit because of the tariffs with the prices as well. Listen, get it when you can get it. I can't imagine anybody saying, you know what, because I feel like the value is just not there. So at $700, I thought that was ludicrous. To go ahead and come in and spend even more than that, that's just ridiculous. Like, I can't even understand how you can rationalize giving them even more money, especially seeing before you maybe had the hope of, like, you know, maybe Marathon will turn out well. We'll see what happens with Ghost of Yotei. But listen, a lot of people were upset about Ghost of Yotei because they changed the protagonist and everything, right? And Ghost of Tsushima didn't sell that well. Seeing their track record as of lately with their games, I don't know who can possibly have hope that they're going to go ahead and deliver something great. Even if you were still excited. Say that again?
Delusional people will.
Exactly. So, by the way, in the comments, I forgot the name. I wish I remember. I read one of our comments, and someone said Ghost of Strawberry Yotei. That shit was hilarious.
Goddamn.
This
shit is.
If you're listening, shout out to you.
Technically, they increased the price of the discless Slim, because the original price when at launch was $400, and now it's $450. So that has gone up in the US.
So they did go up.
But the disc version, right, the Slim disc version is still $500. So they didn't increase that one, but they did increase the Slim discless version by $50.
So it's a $50 difference. That's some wild shit. Listen, before we go any further, we do have to go ahead and shout out our homie Lotus.
Yo, my girl, Lotus.
much, fam, for being here. We missed you. Great to see you again. Thank you for that $10 super chat. Says somehow I got blocked from chat. What?
Yo.
Just wanted to say, ¿Qué pasa, familia?
¿Qué pasa?
That's wild. Must have been a goddamn pony coming over here in our shit or something.
Seriously.
Well, Lotus, fucking glad to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for rocking out.
And she went ahead
in España
and gifted 5 on-point gamer memberships.
Thank you so much. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, homie. Thank you so much, Lois. Appreciate you so much, man. Y'all know what to do.
Tell me, baby.
Put the motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. Thank you so much. Let me see who you be. Let's see who you be. Okay, I see it's Sejinzo 86.
Let's go.
You got Meek B2G. You got Toolman 55. You got Lloyd C. And you got Rodimus J.
Welcome, you guys.
Thank you
and
guys
Lotus,
so much, man. Appreciate
gracias.
You. Lotus,
welcome
appreciate
back.
You. Welcome back. Great
Thanks
to see you.
Thanks for rocking out.
Great to see you. Yeah. So as far as this is concerned, man, it's just look. It's a joke that PlayStation would even consider doing this shit, considering the position they're in as far as their content. But you know, these are the stupid things that they do. So they're going to make it even worse of a deal to own one of their consoles, right? Like it's literally going to be a worse scenario. Like how can you justify spending the money to buy a PlayStation 5 at a higher price when they're not giving you anything? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're showing up to the box just to play regular third-party games like Fortnite and Roblox, which are almost 100% guaranteed to be on the Switch 2.
Exactly.
Why would you not just buy a Switch 2? Dude, when Call of Duty comes to Switch 2, that's going to be a pretty damning situation for PlayStation new purchases, right? Because you're going to be in a situation where all of a sudden it's like, well, I really want to play, this game. And what's going to be the cheapest way to get in?
Yeah.
Well, after price increases come to PlayStation, it'll be Switch, right? Well, I mean, obviously Series S is still technically the cheapest.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's going to be pretty damning for them. They're literally boxing themselves in to literally be the last place that anybody in the know would ever want to purchase a system. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is the time for them to do it. I think they were like, let's hope no one notices. Again, they are taking pages from Xbox's book. Normally they just show up with new prices, and listen, they're giving people kind of like a buffer. They're saying, you have enough time to gather up your pennies and, scoop it up before the prices go up. So
that's the facts.
There's that.
All right. Anything else on this before we move on?
I just gotta say, we told you so.
We did. That's the truth. And they sat there and they denied and denied with all their hearts and souls. They said, no, not our PlayStation. Our PlayStation would never even consider raising prices.
Yep.
And how does that considering look now?
I mean, man, they felt confident because it didn't seem like something that made sense, right? Because you're thinking you're paying $700 for something that's equivalent to a 4090, right? So when you realize that it's not, and they spell it out for you, and it's just okay, and PlayStation's like, shut the hell up with everything you're putting out there. It's not that great. You're like, okay, well, I'm kind of overpaying. And now it's like, ouchie, ouch, right? I think that they felt confident enough to think that they weren't going to do this, knowing that they're already overcharging for something that's not worth it. And with what's happening with the games, it's even less of a worth it situation. I can't even process the idea of saying, let me go ahead and scoop up a PlayStation 5 Pro so I can go ahead and pay full price for Xbox games. I don't get it. I don't. Especially with the fact that they came out here and what's their new goal now? So I think that they're going to be looking into how they can go ahead and have their games everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, they want that monthly active user, right?
Yeah.
Like they know that it's how do you get
like
there? They want to make sure that they go ahead and be in the most places so they can increase their monthly active user. I mean, that's just the reality.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's gonna lead to them, trying to be in more platforms, trying to put more games out there on mobile, trying to put more games out there on PC. They're faster, so they get more users right away. So they chasing the bag now. This is like, Xbox in 2016. But ponies are not seeing this coming. They don't want to admit it. We've been telling you, like, yeah, PlayStation, day on PC is getting closer. The whole exclusive console war bullshit is over. Like, nobody cares about console sales. Only you ponies do. Everything that we've been saying here is like almost as if we wrote the script.
Facts.
Like we are the painters. You know what I'm saying? We are the painters. We are like, okay, this is what's gonna happen now. Woo wee. That's what they get it.
I love it.
That's
my gosh. The painters.
It's the truth,
man.
It's the truth, man.
That's
all right. Anything else before we move on?
Man, this is okay. So this is what's a tricky situation, real quick, right? Mm-hmm. And something that obviously they wouldn't do, but that I can't blame the situation that's taking place here. It's like when you think of everything PlayStation's bringing to the table and they feel like they're big dog enough to go ahead and raise those prices, right? And then Xbox is like, look at everything we're bringing to the table. And now they boosted up their prices. And it's like, we're worth more than our boosted up prices. This is one heck of a bitch, right? Because technically they can come out here and do that. And you can't necessarily argue it. Yeah. So I'm just saying, it's like a pissing contest going on right now. Because if I looked at what I'm bringing to the table and I came out with Game Pass supplying games for freaking all the other platforms, I would feel entitled. And if you want to come into my ecosystem and you want my box, this is a box worth having. I'm excited for what they're going to, bring technically, because Phil did say we're going to let the boxes speak for themselves. And I can't imagine saying something like that and not just being filled with like pride and arrogance about what you're going to bring,
Absolutely.
I'm waiting for those price increases so the stupid thing that I bought, the 30th anniversary, actually sells, because it still hasn't sold.
Oh,
no, because nobody really wants it. So go figure.
I mean, we've been told that it was hot. Yeah.
Hot as Antarctica. Yeah.
Are there still other ones? Are there still other ones being sold?
So there's like 100 plus listings of 30th anniversaries.
Oh damn!
Pros.
That's pretty damning.
Yeah, just the pros, and nobody's buying them.
Wow! And remember, they were like $80,000 and shit when they first came out. It was so crazy.
Yeah, it's still a top listing at 22,000. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's like
they're just sitting there waiting.
I don't know, Hardy, but at this point, I would just wait until a couple of decades, Leave it to your children
Just
or
let
something. And then they'll set
One
up,
day.
oh shit, it's just gonna be worth something now. Probably.
Yeah.
One day you're just gonna be randomly looking at an email like years from now. It's gonna be like somebody bought it and you missed the email to send it to them, so they just refunded them and kept it moving. Oh my god.
That was
Oh man. Well, listen. At least you own a piece of history.
There you go.
You know, maybe Sony will just disappear and it'll be really worth something. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. He's like, fingers crossed.
I can only pray.
Wow.
And Shuhei was still there when they released the 30th anniversary box.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You should get him to sign
I
it.
don't know,
Find him
oh my gosh, that would be
and get him to sign
that'd be
the
pretty
box.
dope.
All right. Let's move on. We have some. Listen, it's a nice change of pace
Okay.
to go ahead and see ponies, upset at PlayStation. And that is what I'm going to show you. It's like we're like going to the zoo right now, and we're going to watch some wild animals. And
Peanuts. Get
they're
your
going to be
peanuts.
fighting amongst themselves. This is really good. I'm excited. So let me bring it up. The next chapter. This PlayStation fanboy is fed up with PlayStation's abysmal strategy. If you don't know who I'm talking about Porter Rock. That's right. He has a nice little
Enough is
message.
enough.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Are you ready? Let's listen. This is good stuff.
Let's go.
We're not mocking him.
No.
We're embracing his
Yes.
words. All right, ready?
I mean, we've been saying it all along, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Look, brother. All right. I just catching up to this news. And, I'm just going to be like this.
Wait. Let's preface this. This is in regards to Jade Raymond leaving
Yes.
Haven, the studio she founded, the studio that's making Fair Games, the game that's supposed to be coming out this year, but then got delayed to 2026. Now she left. We have no idea if this game's ever going to see the light of day, but she left after the first external review. Okay, which means the first time anyone outside of the studio played the game, weeks later, she's fucking out. So I don't know if that makes you feel like that game's going to be a 10 out of 10 on release.
Oh
or
my gosh.
if it's going to be utter dog shit. I think dog shit.
I think we're going to go with dog shit.
I think that would be the answer.
For 500.
So let's go ahead and let's listen.
Let's go.
Look, brother. All right. I just catching up to this news. And, I'm just going to be like this. At this point, I don't know how any PlayStation fan is still on board with this fucking, excuse my language. I'll be honest. I'm sick and tired of this live service shit. Yeah. I'm fucking sick of it. We got one good thing out of this whole shit, which is Helldivers.
Yeah.
Everything else is fucking been abysmal.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why. Like, I get it.
Hold on.
I get the theory.
He says the F word. He excuses himself and then proceeds to drop it.
Oh yeah,
and
once you say the excuse, then you're just free.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Fuck that. Once you do it, you just keep going. That's just the way. All right, let's continue.
Doom? Is that what they're watching? Like, is that the?
Yeah, they're seeing Doom in the
What is it?
background.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think so.
An Xbox game, eh?
Yeah.
Oh
look,
yeah.
Who would have thought?
For sure. Well, I mean, the name of their channel the show is Crossfire. X, big ass X all over the goddamn screen. Seems like they're all for it.
Of life service. I get it. It makes money, blah, blah, blah. Theory. But let's look at fucking reality. The strategy sucks.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. It's not working.
No.
It just sucks. We got Helldivers. Everything else has been abysmal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marathon looks mediocre to a lot of people's eyes. Even some of the Bungie fans are wondering, like, what the fuck is happening? Concord was the biggest disaster in PlayStation first-party history. Now Jade Raymond leaving, which only tells me Fair Game sucks ass.
Yep.
So you might as well just chalk that up. What are we as gamers? Not content creators, not guys who got their bachelors in business. Just simply as a fan of PlayStation, what are we getting out of all this shit?
Finally,
yeah. What
we got more losses as gamers than wins. In fact, there was a reason why The Last of Us 1 didn't come with the multiplayer. Why?
We just talked about that.
What was the excuse? Because of Factions 2.
Factions 2, yeah. That's right.
Did you get Factions 2?
No.
It's a joke at this point, bro. It's a joke.
So
I've just uploaded a 6-minute rant about it.
You know what I'm saying? So you didn't get The Last of Us Factions 1, with the remaster, even though it cost $70.
Yeah.
You didn't get it because the argument was you're going to get Factions 2. Well, you didn't get that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
All
we got is Helldiver's 2. Wrap this shit up.
That's it.
Box this stupid plan. Box it up. We were fine. Listen, PlayStation 4, before the PS5, PlayStation 4 was the most profitable, and we were fine. Nobody was begging for live service.
That's right.
Right now, live service has been an abysmal failure. Think about it this way. Live service has been an abysmal failure for this generation PS5. Yet PS5 is still the most successful. So sure as hell isn't because of first-party live service games. PlayStation will be fine without this live service shit. In fact, not only will it be fine, PlayStation will be better without this live service strategy. They will absolutely be better.
It's cost them so
much. Going through
much.
this bullshit. All the bullshit that PlayStation been going through is primarily because of this strategy. This strategy has not benefited the brand. It's if anything, this is the dark, bullshit of the brand. It's live service related. It isn't the hardware because the hardware is fine. Even the Pro is fine. As much as people want to try to grift, reality, it's a great product.
It is.
Right? Portal's amazing. Even the VR2 is niche, but it's great. It's just niche. A lot of people aren't into VR. Everything is fine. The only thing wrong with PlayStation is the live service.
Yeah.
That's the gangrene of a body part.
And the thing is, P-Rock,
so they don't even go there, or the games are not priority, so they don't even go there.
This is all leadership decisions.
Yes.
Right? Their leadership decisions went into what is essentially the downfall of PlayStation. They said, fuck all of the people that bought PlayStations because of who we were. We're going to whoopsie daisy these motherfuckers into buying the console and then switch it up and say, hey, guess what? Single player games, they're on the back burner. We're going to go headstrong in to live service. Now, Shuhei has been quoted as saying that they didn't say, don't do single player. Here's extra money to do multiplayer. But I think we can see with our eyes the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is that they shifted to multiplayer first, single player back end. There are so few single player games to be released that are being worked on that they can't even announce them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they can't put a showcase together to announce multiple single player games because they don't have them. They don't have them. And if they do have them, they're so early in concept because they pivoted from doing the multiplayer because they thought that was their next game. You think like Naughty Dog knew that Factions 2 was their next game.
Yep.
In all of history, in all of gaming, when a game is getting ready to be put out, does that mean more people in the studio are working on it or less people in the studio are working on it, right? There's more people working, especially a place like Naughty Dog, where each game they release, they want to feel like they're doing something big and special. You think they just cut off a sliver of the team to go work on fucking Factions 2? No, they were pushing this shit. They were working on it. There's a reason why the fucking other game that we saw was just a goddamn CGI clip. Maybe in engine, maybe not. Who the fuck knows? But there's a reason why they didn't show any real gameplay, except for that maybe that little last clip at the very, very end of it. There's a reason why.
It wasn't it just like a swing? Didn't
She jumps on the rock and then goes to swing. Maybe that's gameplay. Maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they don't have a bunch of single player games cooking that are ready to go.
Yeah.
This is all late game shit now. So it's like, yeah, I agree with Porter Rock. This is 100%. The fucking bane of their existence. This is what fucked them royally. It was taking Shuhei out of his position. It was giving Jim Ryan the power to go make decisions when he's clearly has no idea how to make decisions about what games are being made. Mm-hmm. He knew how to run the business aspect of it when he was in Europe, but running the whole show, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, and he didn't have the proper people. Why? Because Herman Hulst sucks donkey dick.
Oh,
Herman Hulst is the worst, bro. You want to talk about Phil? Bro, Herman Hulst couldn't wipe Phil's ass.
Hashtag fire Herman Hulst.
Bro, he couldn't. He's nowhere near the level, bro. Mm-hmm. They made a shit, excuse me. They made Killzone, which was supposed to be this big thing. They always gassed up Guerrilla as if they were going to be the next big thing. And they failed, right? Miserably. So much so that they abandoned that and went into making the most boring character in the history of games. And now they think they're going to wrap the whole identity of PlayStation around Aloy. And nobody cares about her. Nobody cares about any game that's a spinoff of her. Bro, they're fucking doomed because they have people in power who don't know shit about games, bro.
Facts.
They don't. This guy, Herman Hulst, he may know how to make a game. He has shit taste in games, bro.
Agreed.
His taste is trash.
Tasteless.
It's just a reality.
As some may say. Herman Hulst right now. Hold my beer.
He's like, I'll show you. I'll wipe his ass right now.
His ass real good.
This is the reality, bro. This is the reality. It's embarrassing.
How much does it pay? He's saying.
It's an embarrassing situation. But
it is.
No way
I agree with you 100%. And, PlayStation has been busy pretending to be something that they're not. If they have kept their identity and what they were doing prior and said, you know what, we're trying to tap into live service games because there's a lot of money there, right, that we want and we want to be a part of it, start with one. Get a team together. Don't pivot your studios into going ahead and making something that they don't know how to make. And don't expect your audience who wants single player games to show up for these live service games that they don't want and that they haven't been asking for. I agree with Portal Rock, but he's a little late to the party. This has been going on for so long. And I agree with him because this is what we've been saying from the get-go. This should have never gotten this bad because instead of supporting and covering up the bullshit, they should have been calling it out. Whether PlayStation wanted to keep those earmuffs on or not, keep calling it out. Spread it to your freaking audience and until they feel it, right? And they have people not showing up, which is essentially what they've ended up with, right? Now imagine if you guys had stood together for what you deserved. I mean, they would have heard you loud and clear. I've said it for a while. These ponies are annoyed and upset about the fact that Factions 2 was not released. I've said it so many times. That was the turning point. That was when they got stabbed right in the chest when they pulled that game away. So they stopped showing up. And I don't blame them one bit. But I do blame them for not speaking up and thinking that they should be getting involved in anything Xbox, right? And if you have an opinion about Xbox, you should go ahead and be able to stick up for yourself over on your side when you're getting screwed. And this has been a shit show for a while now.
Facts. Sin says
Sin, what's
the
good?
2 words that any hardcore PlayStation fan should be concerned about right now is financial discipline with first-party studios. Those 2 words speak volumes. They do, man. That was the big thing. They're switching to monthly active users, and they are going and making sure they're putting boot to ass, and they are disciplining their first-party studios financially. Not letting them splurge, not letting them spend a nickel more than they need to get that game out the door, and they're gonna make them do it. However, listen, it's just fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god! All right, guys,
what else
do
do
you
they
guys
say?
think?
That's halfway through, right?
Yeah.
Well, it switches the person. So as Porter Rock stops talking, so I kind of just want to see what you guys think about what Porter Rock was saying, and then we can listen to Mooch try to spin it somewhere.
To be fair to the ponies, I want to add, there's really nothing that they could have done. Like PlayStation had already set their sights on money and a way to survive, and they figured that the way that Xbox was doing it, having multiplayer games on their side, that was the way. And it turns out that it wasn't as easy as it looked, right? Gears, Halo, Gears some Forza, Halo, Gears some Forza. Yeah. You didn't understand that you weren't getting 3 games, you're getting 6 games, because each of those games came without full-fledged campaigns and multiplayer, which they continue to support throughout the life cycle of those games. I mean, Xbox, whatever they were doing, whatever little they were doing it right, from the get-go. They just had a couple of things going on with their actual console, right? And that's what people weren't really buying into them. But I mean, I think Sony has a bigger issue looking into the future that may or may not include consoles, and they looking ahead and thinking like, wow, what if we don't have a console? What can we do? How can we support ourselves when there's no more plastic to sell and everything runs either on the cloud or on a different device that we are not able to make or afford to make, like, NVIDIA GPUs? Because I mean, let's keep it real. Sony could have gotten into it and, went ahead and manufactured GPUs and things like that. They didn't get into it. And they allowed NVIDIA and AMD to, just go ahead and, monopolize that market, if you will. And they also stopped making shit like TVs, like Hardy was saying earlier. They totally ditched their electronics, like even the fans. They were making everything. They were making fans. They were making everything. Like, bro, I used to go to a store and see like Sony this, Sony that, and like now you don't even see a TV. And it's really sad. The only thing that they got going for themselves is PlayStation. Not even the movies or the music. And none of that is generating the same amount of money that it used to generate. Because
every time they get challenged,
most of the artists right now are independent.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the artists right so okay, they do have the rights to a lot of old music that we listen to, but the music that everybody's listening to, like 90% of the time, is new music that these artists are putting out. Because I mean, Doodle, like, old people die. Young people live, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Our grandpas, our great grandpas, and all that. Like older ancestors, whatever. They used to listen to some shit that we don't listen to anymore. We don't even know. We don't even know. Like, you don't even know what the hell. All that shit could be lost in a decade, dude. In a decade, all of that could be lost. All that revenue. When was the last time that you listened to Nelly, I love you? All that shit. Like, when was the last time you listened to that?
That's a good song.
When was the last time that you heard that? Like, you have to purposely go into it and look for it. They don't play that shit in the radio no more. Bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell here, that guys, is, hey, they looking at themselves and they actually realizing that they fucked up. And Sony PlayStation fans and Sony PlayStation fanboys are realizing the same thing. To be fair to them, like, I don't think Sony will listen to what they had to say about live service. Sony was going to do this no matter what, but they couldn't keep up with Xbox. And Xbox was doing live service, yeah, but we got all this in the pipeline. We got a bunch of single-player games on the way. And also the multiplayer games that we have also a campaign. So they're single-player games as well. So whoever likes Gears, that's a single-player game right there. Halo is a single-player game right there. You know, then they came out with what? Avowed, which is a good game. The South of Midnight is another single-player game. And then Call of Duty each year, multiplayer game with a single-player campaign as well. And it goes on and on and on. So
you have to know when to stop, right? If you freaking step on shit, what are you gonna do? Keep going on a path of freaking, and that's what of shit, and that's what PlayStation did. They're
no
over
choice.
there bleeding out, wasting money, and they have again. He suggested drop it. Do we actually think that if they drop that their single player games are just gonna pick up like that?
I think
they would have to.
Eventually, I think the live service situation is gonna pay off for them because they gotta hit another one like out of these many tries, right? But I do believe that they had no choice. This is a Hail Mary from PlayStation trying to survive and try to get into a market that other places dominate. And now they even in a harder position. And why is this? Because they broke. And they can go ahead and they cannot make any acquisitions and get somebody new. So they had to get creative and get people from the ground up, like back then when they used to, try to be organic and all that, which they never were. They walk into the gaming industry with over 90 studios they purchased in 1994 when they released the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, guys. Like, people don't know that. Like, who are these developers that they brought in to develop for them? Like, that's not homegrown. They had to buy the people because they weren't into gaming back then. It was all Nintendo and Sega back in the day. So I mean, guys, Sony has no freaking exit or way out. They had to deliver in one of these games or else. It is what it is. And I think this is why they keep going with this strategy. And they are going to continue to score, right, those third-party deals, right, and continue to support little studios like Arrowhead to bring them in and be like, oh, I like your project, we're gonna help you build this, and sort of to like keep coming. I mean, they being creative right now about like how they made their money, because I mean, by themselves they need help. They totally leeching from other studios and other people to make their money, even from Xbox at this point. Remember that 30%? Like maybe PlayStation wouldn't allow Xbox to put their games on PlayStation back in the day, but now they do. And
I mean, it's not up to them.
I don't know if it's up to them.
They screwed themselves with that contract. It's not up to them anymore.
Well,
Xbox could just do this. So the fact that Xbox decided to do this is PlayStation's lifeline, essentially.
But
they can only hope that 30% continues to come in and they make enough money to help them out of their debt, the money that they've lost. And maybe they can get themselves together again. I think they need to take a step back and kind of figure out how they're going to move forward, and maybe lean a little bit into humble themselves and lean into those games that they thought weren't good enough to go ahead and release. I think a major move they need to make is get Herman Hulse out of there. I think he doesn't know a damn thing about freaking gaming, or he just has bad juju. Either way, get his clown ass out of there and bring someone else in, because the situation is not looking good.
That's terrible.
Also, keep in mind, guys, like I have seen Ryuart bring it up before.
Ryuart.
But on top of all this other stuff, like I know what Puerto Rock is saying, that this doomed them, right? They were fine before this.
They weren't fine, and this is why they made that decision.
And that's the key, baby, right? And Ryuart said it too. It's like they weren't actually fine though.
Yep.
Right? Like in PlayStation 4 time, yes, in that particular time, the costs were still relatively manageable.
Yep.
Right? So they were spending they were spending a lot, but not this much a lot, right? And what they sold a lot of copies. I mean, back then they sold what 20 million copies of God of War first one, right? Spider-Man, I think they sold up there like a whole bunch, right? So like the games didn't cost them as much and they sold more. Bank, beautiful. But they saw what was happening going into PlayStation 5 generation. You know, they saw what they're spending.
Yep.
It's not enough for them to spend all that money and not make a big return. That's not what they're in this for. What they're in this for is to spend less money and make big money. Or if they spend big money, they want to make way bigger money, right? That's the one that I saw, right? He says, but single player games don't pay the bills. See money, look at Spider-Man 2. Exactly, right? That's exactly what it is, right? So yes, right? As much as they feel like, oh, they were fine, they would be great. Sure. But again, now that's all risk, bro. All to do what you want them to do what PlayStation players expect them to do, it costs way too much money.
And they can't afford to do that. And at this point, do they even have the talent to do what these developers are expecting of them? I think the biggest punch to the throat was that freaking Hellblade 2 came out, and it was just an outstanding single player game with all the cinematics and everything that, you know, and more that PlayStation is known for, right? So it's like, here, I came into your space and I did it better. Now you show me what you got. Lift up the skirt, right? Wasn't pretty.
They haven't been able to show us anything that even comes close to what they did.
That's the problem. You're gonna go ahead and step into our territory. Show me what you got. And I don't know if it's pride that keeps them going, thinking that, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Sure, there were 15 or 12, however many. We'll just keep canceling. One's got to be right. So at some point, you got to know your place and know when to walk away.
Facts. Kate says, see money, the budget increases because ponies play interactive movies. Press X to win. Facts. Hargi, what do you got?
All right. Look, you know, as you said, Demo, maybe they can't do anything, but I think there is something they could have done, which is see the writing on the wall and just not buy PlayStation 5 and buy a Series X or a PC, right? That is absolutely a choice that they could have made. It's still a choice they can make. They can trade in the piece of shit 5 and go get a better, you know, playing platform where you actually get games. You know, it just is what it is. They have a choice. They absolutely have a choice. Yeah. What exclusives, right? All their games are on PC. That's the better platform. Go get a PC. You can get everything, right? And if you want like all the fun of Game Pass, you have two options. If you don't want to go on a PC, you get the console, or you can get a PC, and that gives you Game Pass too. Right. And there's plenty of nice ways to make your PC look like a console if you want to really go down that path. Right. But if not, Series X, Series S, enjoy the games. Like, why does it matter? And I'm sure these folks all have an Xbox, right? They probably all pretend they don't, but they all have them because every one of them is most likely subscribed to Game Pass because they'd be stupid not to. Right. So, and they know that. So, like,
but that's the thing, Hargi.
Whatever.
You said that, and that comes right back to what I was saying. Take a stand. Stop promoting this bullshit because that's exactly what it is. So if you're going home to play your freaking Game Pass games, don't act like you don't, right? Don't keep gassing up a freaking PlayStation and their bullshit games and the nonsense that they're doing. Because you're talking to a lot of people out there that are going by what you're saying.
So, yeah, I mean, like, at least they're recognizing the reality of this.
Yeah.
That's at least good. A little late. It was very predictable, right? The second you saw Jim Ryan come in, you could just see his pivot was all to live games. And I'm like, dude, are you crazy? And I was afraid of what actually happened, right? Essentially, the studios that made these excellent games has been gutted. Now this is what you have, right? So I hope some of those studios still are capable of making the games that we loved, but like Insomniac has had how many layoffs? I don't know who's left. You know, you just don't know at that point, right? And like, okay, maybe Sony Santa Monica is still kind of intact. I don't know. Again, they've had layoffs too, right? So it's just unknown. Naughty Dog, again, they had layoffs with the faction stuff. Fine, maybe it was just them, right? They say they have multiple games in the works, but again, the last thing they showed, the PlayStation fans were not interested. That's where they are. That is where they are, right? And that's their premier studio. So Marathon's looking like a disaster. I don't know how long Bungie stays. Team LFG, are you kidding me? Fair Games gone. Like what is going on over there, right? Sucker Punch. Okay, let's hope Yotai works out. But do we know if it's going to work out? I don't know. And then this is kind of where they are. This is where they are. So they have one game, like you've been saying, CMoney, they have the one game a year. One game. And on the other side, it's like game a month. That's what we're getting. We get a game a month.
Yep.
Like, is there a comparison? No. Are you having fun over there? You sound miserable. You sound
Facts.
like this.
Wow.
Come on over. Dude, we have like a showcase watch party. You don't even have a fucking showcase.
Damn.
So, gee, I don't know. Maybe you should consider that there's a possible world in which PlayStation just fucking sucks. And maybe it's not the greatest platform, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps, maybe you should be playing on a platform that actually gives you, I don't know, games to play. Just a thought.
Facts.
The PlayStation is outspending the Xbox 5 to 1 in Europe.
Fuck yeah.
We also have
That's
the
the
fun
truth.
of Game Pass. I don't even have to think about it. I just get games. They're just delivered to me. I can play whatever I want, whenever I want. Gee, how
Some good
terrible.
ones, too.
Hell yeah. It's a beautiful thing. We got the homie Jesse B in the
Jesse
building.
B,
Member for 9 months.
what's
Thank
up,
you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Says we've been saying this for years.
Yes.
What are they actually getting as PlayStation gamers from PlayStation? Answer: nothing.
Nada.
It's the facts, bro. Truth hurts, but it's real.
Yep.
It's real. And just want to trade bone with that too. Says check the DM, send 2 pics of
Thank
Mooch
you.
and Salt Miners. I did put those pictures up before. So thank you, my brother. Appreciate
Thank
them. They
you.
were funny. But yeah, I mean, this is the reality of where they are, man. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. You can't tell me that in gaming today, when you're seeing the other side just pump out game after game after game after game nonstop directly into Game Pass, and you're sitting there just staring over that fence, looking sad, waiting for the one game that you know that you might actually be interested in from PlayStation, and your fingers are crossed that that shit don't get delayed to next year, and that it does in fact come out on October 2nd, and that's Ghost of Yote. One game, and you didn't know the existence of this game till when? When the hell did they announce it?
Last year.
Was it last year that they announced it? The end of the year?
Towards the end, yep. Right after, I think it was after the PlayStation 5 Pro.
And last year there was 0 games that were exciting for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean,
Astrobot, Game of the Year. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop fucking with Astrobot. Game of the Year. Everybody's favorite. The people's
the 1.5 million people's favorite.
Yeah.
Got it.
Out of how many boxes?
Yeah, that hold on, check this out. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is given away to millions of people free in Game Pass. And that shit still sold more than Astrobot, bro.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Spank that bitch
Damn.
like a $2 hole. It was crazy.
And it's even niche genre, turn-based.
That's wild.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And Talos Ray says it, man. 2026 is going to be massive. E-Day, Fable, Forza, etc. Bro.
Oh, my God. It's going to be a bloodbath. 2026.
Dude, this showcase is going to be...
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I can't even wait.
Insane. This is
I can't
be
either.
Insane.
It's gonna be real fucking crazy.
It is it's only a few days, bro. It's days away. Not even a month away. Days away already. I already got the weekend off at work. I'm like, I'm gonna be forecasting and streaming and having a lot of fun.
Demo, you know, you could come out to LA.
Oh, I wish I could.
And watch with me.
I wish I could, bro.
God damn it, Hargeet. Don't be saying that, man.
Stop tempting me. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
So you know how everything that happens, there's like a common answer out there. Mm-hmm. Everything is the Series S's fault, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks to Night of Cypher. Shout out to Night of Cypher, right? Now the new answer to what does PlayStation got, right? Here's the answer.
They get stolen art.
Wow. Man.
There you go.
What do the ponies get? Stolen art. Yes.
They're going to raise their prices so that they can steal more art. This is beautiful.
They need better thieves.
All right. Let's see if they say anything worthwhile after Puerto Rock, because I know Mooch started saying some bullshit, but let's see what he says and then we can bounce out.
I think I agree with you, and I'll add to it a bit. Is I don't even care. I mean, listen, us gamers, we don't get any money off Sony's dividends, right? So I don't really care if they lost a couple bucks on this. I don't care. The thing that bothers me is the resources, right? So we lost a lot of resources and time with these studios, with this live service, right? We found that out with, I don't know if it was it Blue Point? I don't know what was it? Was it Sony Santa Monica? One of the team, they were working on these different things and they canceled them because there's a new administration in town, P-Rock. They're not going to do it. Jim and his folks are gone.
You shouldn't care, but you should, because that affects everything else.
Facts.
Them losing money the way that they've been as of lately, when they're already on a budget and they're not making the money that they thought they would from the other games, what do you think that equates?
I mean, literally,
it goes hand in hand.
That's the definition of why they went to the games as a service.
So
because of the money.
Exactly.
All right.
New administration's not doing it. They're going back to the old school. So when they see something's not going to
delusion, though, they're going back to the old school. They're not going back to the old school, homie. This is the new school. Okay, this is the smaller budget school. This is the
forced
make smaller game school.
Yep. They're not going back as a creative choice. They're not adding some games that are old school. They're being cornered, and they, you know, that thing that you don't care about if they don't make money or if they waste money. If they don't have money, that's all that they can give you.
Facts.
So
PlayStation living paycheck by paycheck.
Exactly.
PlayStation Poppy is like you and me. If we fail one day.
So if that were the case, then they would have been like opening studios to make those single player games. What have they done lately? I think they
opened a team looking for gummy
bears
to make gummy bears.
Yeah, they're definitely going to the old
friendships
style.
to build friendships. Hargeet, to build friendships.
Apparently, Herman asked the developers, though, what do you want? Right?
Friendship. That's what they screamed. They screamed, we want friendship. This is the way.
What do you want?
You got a homie Lord Ruffness. Right? The homie Lord Ruffness in the building. My dude, thank you so much for that £5 super chat.
Lord Ruffness
said, and all we keep seeing, why buy an Xbox?
Thank you.
The real question is, and has been for years, why buy a PlayStation?
Thank you.
And don't get me started on the PS Pro.
Yep.
Bars.
Kind of freaking dumbass question is why buy an Xbox?
What syndrome do you have?
How do you entertain that shit?
To ask why buy an Xbox when you see what's happening right in front of your fucking eyes?
Dumbass.
How about, I don't know, save hundreds of dollars on the games that you're paying full price for in just a span of 5 weeks, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Like dumbass question.
Right.
It's like, I'm sorry, I don't speak stupid, so.
Facts.
Stick, it's gone. So, yeah, now we're still seeing some of that where you're going, this is bullshit. They got to get rid of it. internally, if they were listening to the show, they're like, P-Rock, don't worry, it is gone.
You see the delusion they have? You see the delusion they have? Why are they acting like they don't know? Like Team LFG was announced before Jade Raymond left. They know exactly what's happening. They see 100% that PlayStation is not only doubling down, but they are creating new studios to double down with.
Yep. To die on that hill.
Dude, it's fucking crazy, but this is the reality. Night of Cypher said, thank you for our super chat, brother. Says,
thank you.
You go to Sony for the hashtag Froggy style. Shit. Yo. God damn.
Oh
Get it.
God.
That's hilarious, yo.
Bro,
that's
like
hilarious,
every
yo.
week I'm living the show with with pain in my jaws, bro, from laughing in my abdomen, right? We're having a good damn time over here, bro.
Yes.
I'm like I said that, like, if you're an Xbox, fan or user, or you interact with the Xbox ecosystem in any way, and you love games, bro, you're eating good, man. And if you don't got Game Pass,
hell yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, because it's showing, and people are buying into Game Pass now. So, I mean,
absolutely,
people are believing.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty good now. It's pretty good.
Well, let's see what
I just got here. I'm the new CEO. It's gone. So the live service strategy, I think you're going to see literally disappear. And forget just Sony or Microsoft for a second. Let's talk about the other third-party companies outside of the Fortnites, the Warzones, the Apex Legends, right? Tarkov and a couple of others, maybe Rainbow Six Siege. Everything else that's really come out really hasn't done much. I say this all the time, and I know I always get something in the comments that goes, "No, Mooch, it's great." The finals,
Marvel Rivals,
finals didn't light anything up. So it's like I don't.
That's a little weak side.
That's what I'm. So my point being, it's just I think the whole idea is right now the whole free to play market.
For the ponies in the back.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals. Anyone? Didn't that just come out and take off? What's the other one? Arc Raiders. Doesn't that look like it's taken off? There's plenty of them that work. It's just you have to have a good game. And I'm sorry, PlayStation has absolute garbage games. That's just the problem.
That's just
had to be said.
PlayStation has just garbage games. Quote, Hargy.
Yeah. All the ponies are gonna go home tonight and gonna have nightmares about Hargy telling them all your games are garbage.
I mean, look, they have Astrobot, which got a 95 meta, but like nobody bought it. That's their problem. Yeah. They don't care to support those, right? And then what they had God of War Ragnarok, which apparently wasn't as good as God of War 2018. Spider-Man 2, again, not as good as 2018 as well, right? Like I don't know what do they have? And Horizon Zero Dawn, I hear mixed results. Some people liked it, and a lot of
Horizon
people
Zero Yawn. You said it wrong.
Sleepy
Horizon
Look,
Zero
he said the
Yawn.
name, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm sorry. Zero Dawn,
I fixed
Forbidden
it for
West.
you.
Thank you.
Forbidden West. Zero Dawn was okay.
No, Forbidden Rest.
Yeah, Forbidden West was apparently not as good as Zero Dawn, and I'm like, so okay, I don't know what have they released this generation that's been like ridiculously good. What? Like they haven't. It's just that's the way it is. Returnal? Is that what you're gonna hook yourself to? Returnal?
Well, Returnal led to sorrow.
Yes,
Returnal led to sorrow. That's their next game. Sorrow. They're just speaking like they're being very literal.
It's like when someone's crying for help.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
I mean, Helldivers is their most successful thing, but like to be fair, to me at least, Helldivers is not like I need to buy a PlayStation for Helldivers.
It's a PC game, bro.
I don't care.
PC game, 100%.
I don't care.
And you can play it on the freaking cloud too. If you have GeForce Now, you can play Helldivers. So
exactly. So
there
like,
you go.
Whatever,
you can play it anywhere. It doesn't matter, guys. Like the whole exclusive thing is done. Like forget about all that shit on both sides. Like Xbox can say I'm not gonna put a game on PlayStation, but Xbox is not the only way in which you can play that game, and the same goes for PlayStation. Like that, the game changed, so now they have to adjust. Now they have to move forward and keep changing the game. And I mean, you can change the game when you are chasing. You have to be leading, and there's nobody leading or innovating over there on the other side. In fact, they are actually doing the opposite, stealing our flopping games, coming out with weird ass games that nobody cares about frogs. Like frogs, I'm not even like a popular animal. You know what I mean? You could have gone with a damn kangaroo. You could have gone with a bee.
Yo,
you
a
could have gone with
frog?
a snake, but a frog? Like, who in the hell likes frogs, bro?
That's what they want to do, right? And then as far as output, just first party only, Xbox now has 19, PlayStation 17. So Xbox has put out more games officially than freaking PlayStation. This is not including second party deals, third party deals, just first party output. So now Xbox has outdone PlayStation. So what exactly do you have on that side? And by the way, a lot of that is freaking MLB The Show, 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 because that comes out every year.
Yeah, and The Last of Us 3 times.
So, I'm not counting any remasters. I'm not doing that. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm just because then I would add a lot more because Xbox has a bunch of them too, right? And then, so I just don't include any of the remasters. Whatever. I'm just including new games, this gen, first party only. And
do you have the PlayStation list there?
Yeah, it is.
What those 17 games are?
Yeah, they are Ragnarok, Astro's Playroom, Returnal, Gran Turismo 7, Forbidden West, RC Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank, MLB 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Call of the Mountain, Spider-Man 2, Lego Horizon, Concord, and Astrobot. That is your
interesting
list.
Wow,
so
amazing.
out of 17 games.
No, bro, I think that I have to let you guys go because I need to go ahead and buy me a PS5 right now because I need to play MLB The Show that came out all those years on Game Pass on PlayStation.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Yeah, this is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good.
Make sure you pay for premium.
And I forgot the L that is Lego Horizon.
Oh yeah,
that was a game they put out. Good freaking God.
How do you think it costs? How much you think it costs to make that game?
Lego Horizon?
Yeah,
too much.
Too much.
More than $2.
No matter what it costs, it was too much.
Hey, yo, Hargy be killing it today, bro.
Fuck it, man.
No mercy.
Guys, this is the thing. We I don't even think we need to listen to any more of these people. That was, look, it's so funny because just two sides of it, right? You see Porter Rock, who's obviously frustrated, right? And he's like, just go back, man. Go back to the way it was. This shit sucks. Leave us alone, God, Jesus. And then you have the other dude who's like, man, it's already. They coping with each other right there. Like, it's okay, man. It's okay. They already took it back, dog. Don't worry. They're not going to release no more. Don't worry. You're okay. God, that's wild, yo. That's real wild.
The funny thing is, I agree with you, and then proceeds to kind of just defend PlayStation situation.
Facts. Facts. All right, man. Guys, anything else you want to go into this before we
one final
there's always time for that.
I just want to say we gotta change the name of the show and call it the Slaughterhouse. Because that was a bloodbath right now about Harky.
Facts.
Killed them.
Facts. That was Eminem's group that he made, Slaughterhouse, remember? With Royce 5'9" and all those people in there. It was real good. It was real good. Guys, I think we're going to wrap it up, man. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming out and rocking out with us, man. What a fucking show. God damn, these ponies are a treat.
Yes.
To mock and make fun of it. Love it. I love it. It's glorious. It's so glorious. Oh, my God. Guys, thank you again to everyone who was live in the building with us. You guys are the shit. We appreciate each and every one of you. And, of course, shout out to everybody who supports us over on Patreon and on our YouTube memberships.
Thank you.
Again, it means a lot to us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember that the show is brought to you by you. So thank you so much. Again, we do appreciate it. But of course, we want to shout out our elite members. That's right. It's our homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Coach of the Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch. And of course, you have your inner circle members. That's right. It's our homie Big Migs Gaming and Pragmatic Eagle. Shout out to the first few people who were in this chat. The best bot, Music 72.
Let's go.
Gilly Han, number 2 at the door, and Cage of Ambito Borracho.
Oh, he made
number
it in.
3.
Can you imagine if he wasn't Borracho? He
Still
probably would have
seeing
been.
number 3 in the building right there. So
He
shout
would have
out to
been
him,
here
homie.
before you put up the show.
He was also the first super chat with $2 super chat. Lotus Esprit back in the building with our biggest super chat, $10 super chat. And she gifted 5 On Point for Gamer memberships.
So much.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. And then, of course, again, everybody else who rocked out with us, you guys, all the shit, everybody who super chatted, thank you all so very much. And then, of course, man, remember, we'll be back Tuesday night. Wait.
Right?
No, we won't. Right?
Oh, shoot.
Madman's thing.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, maybe
Monday night.
Maybe Monday night. Maybe Monday night we'll be live. Because Tuesday night we cannot go live. Our boy is getting awards and such. So graduate high school is cool. We're excited. So we won't. So probably Monday. Definitely not Tuesday. And then we'll be back for sure Thursday after that, 8 p.m. Eastern. So definitely look out for us to possibly just spring up on Monday night. And then, of course, we're not here alone. That's right. We got our homies with us, rocked out all night with us. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all for being here. Of course, you have Mr. PSP himself, the Pony Slaying Papa, Demo Flow Gaming in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Let everybody know where to find you, man. Oh, super muted.
Oh, those words.
My bad. Just got muted. But anyways, thank you for having me, man. Demo Flow Gaming here. Friday nights here with you guys. I'm also on Friday in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time with Powerball. Shout out to you. I see you down there in the chat. He was there earlier. Desire, and I also got Archangel Nexus with me, and we just rocking out, having a great time talking games and spanking ponies here and there. Other than that, I'll be streaming games during the week. During the weekend, tomorrow, I won't be streaming games because I'm gonna be on ADS podcast with Next Gen Nero and Red Dead Panda. Go ahead and check us out over there. And on Sunday, I'm probably gonna be playing some games. I'm probably gonna be playing some Doom live with y'all. And that's it. That's all I got. See you on the next one. It's your boy Demo Flow checking out.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you, my brother. And then, of course, you know who the fuck he is. He is the wise one, the author.
Yes.
The Patriots.
That's right.
The Pony Slaying, the Pony Bot Team Makers. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you. Let everybody know where to find you, man.
Yeah. So
you've been putting content out. I'm glad, happy to see. Happy to see. You're not messing around.
Yeah. So my YouTube channel, if you want to go to Hargy Chunny 1, you can check out some of the PAX C stuff that I did. I'll put up more videos, of course, over time. So you can check that out. And then if you want to pick up my book, shop.chunny.us. And yeah, I'll be on tomorrow with Fonz Gaming at 7. Now like today almost. But anyways, 7 p.m. US Eastern time on Saturday. And then on Sunday with Web Dave, 7 p.m. US Eastern time again on Web Dave's channel. Check those out, and then we'll figure out next week. So
yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, thank you again. Appreciate you guys for rocking out with us, man. Did I read this or am I? Oh yeah, I did read that. Okay. So all right. So again, thank you all. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. You're the shit. Oh damn, we were supposed to do that thing, but I forgot. Too late now.
Text me.
All right, you forgot about it. So forget it. We're moving on. We're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.